What's happening? See if you guys can hear me today, because this thing basically reset itself. Double check. Last minute fixing shit, if you know what I mean. Okay, we're on the right thing. You guys should be hearing me. Cheers, y'all. I don't like this fucking hat. I'm not gonna lie. Sounds good. Sweet. What's up, Jim? All right, I am starting out. What's up, everybody? By the way, I am starting out with a little quintessential from Cedar Ridge. Pretty good starter, 92 proof. Single malt, it's good. Plus, my water. Got plenty of water. It's good. I haven't drank the good stuff here in a couple weeks now. I had a little bit of whiskey when I was in New Jersey last week. But mostly beer. Not gonna lie, it was a lot of beer and wine. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Cheers, y'all. It is Sunday, January 19th here in the US. And so thought we'd do a little stream again tonight. Sorry I missed the last week. Next week is kind of interesting. I do think I may not be live next week just because Anthony wants to do a special collaboration stream with a bunch of channels. So I may let him go and do his thing. I did pin the link in chat, so I encourage you guys to jump in. Sorry for the startup. No sex, drugs, cocaine, because for some reason Talk Studio deleted everything. So I'm not sure what happened, but it's like they updated themselves and got rid of our shit. Other than my background. I don't know. Background's still there. Let's see. Boom. See? Background there. Anywho, we'll say hi to the few people that are watching. We got Slapshot in chat. What's up, buddy? Cheers, Slapshot. The new hockey player is back with Slapshot. We also have Pinch Hitter back. Everybody's back. What the fuck? Sounds good. Thanks, Jim. Cheers from Frozen, Michigan. Mr. Anderson. I will say it is also pretty fucking frozen here. We're supposed to get to -12 tonight. Or, I guess more morning time frame. -12. It's going to be like -30 something wind chill. Fucking crazy. Sipping on a couple different brands in front of the wood stove. Like, that just sounds like life when it's cold outside and you're sitting by a fire inside. It's just fucking nice. I love that shit. We got Jim in the background. What's up, Jimbo?
Hey, it's been a while.
Cheers, buddy. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
I'm wondering what the couple different brands actually are from Thomas. And we got Darrell hanging out in the background, or not in the background, but just in chat. He's riding high on the hog after his Eagles held on today. I will say I felt like they were given a little bit better game than everybody thought. It was the Rams, right? The Rams played the Eagles?
I think so.
Something like that. The game going on right now looks like it's pretty damn good, and you guys are going to have to be giving me updates because I fucking hate Baltimore with a passion more than anything.
How about those Commanders, huh?
Dude, what up with the Commanders? There you go, Slapshot. Fucking A. That quarterback over there. Jaden Daniels is the real deal, man. He looks pretty good. Definitely outplayed Goff. Wasn't it Goff? Yeah, the Commanders played the Lions. I don't know. It's been a blur. I spent the first part, the Sunday through Wednesday night in sort of your neck of the woods in the Pac Northeast. That's not how it works out. New England Northeast-ish. Was in the armpit of the Northeast in New Jersey. Just kidding. I like New Jersey. It's fine.
Yeah, Mid-Atlantic. Kind of.
Oh, is that what that's called? The Mid-Atlantic, not New England? What's New England?
No, that's New England would be Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
We kind of try to ignore Rhode Island. No, just
Okay,
kidding.
got you.
Okay.
Shit, how you been there, Jim?
I said not too bad. Just glad the holidays are finally over, so I'm not getting my ass kicked at work every day.
Man, I'll tell you, it's just the opposite for me, man. The holidays, I started my new job the 1st of December, and it was dead. Like, so fucking dead. And then technically tomorrow, so they give us the option of doing either the holiday tomorrow or the one in February. Like President's Day. Is it President's Day in February?
Yeah.
Because our company doesn't shut down for either one. So you get to pick which one you want, and then you work the other one. Although in reality, it doesn't matter. Other than Mondays are always like my internal call days. So my phone is sitting on the floor. Okay.
Okay. We got story time in chat. Cheers on my way home.
That reminds me, I gotta fucking buy my story time shit.
We got Josh Fritz in chat.
I gotta go buy my story time shit tonight. Maybe I'll do that once I get a little tipsy.
Thomas Anderson with the Penelope Toasted Private Barrel, 116 proof. Old Forester single barrel proof rye. Nice. JD single barrel proof rye. 4 rows of single barrel select. And Early Times bottle of bond.
Well, I might have to try a Penelope Toasted next. Penelope Toasted Private Barrel 116 proof. Oh, that's what he's out. That's what he's sitting by the fire drinking on, right? The Penelope Toasted. That's a good kind of winter drink. I'm not going to lie. I love the marshmallow I get from the Toasted. Yeah, the drunker, the better. That's right. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant I tend to drunk shop. I don't know why it is. 17-year light whiskey coming in February, $99.99. So I'm wondering, is that Penelope light whiskey going to be hazmat? I mean, that kind of fits in at least close to the hazmat. There was a huge run on that shit before.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be close. I don't know if MGP's got anything that high proof left. After all the
I feel like all that there was a bunch of that MGP light whiskey that was like right around that 138 to 143 proof.
Weller 18-year. What the hell?
Yeah, I saw that. I got a text on that today. Actually, Zach Pettit sent it.
Yay! It's another bottle we'll never fucking see.
Yeah, and it's only 90 proof. I'll be honest, like I really believe that weeders are better at higher proof in general. Not Weller as we know it. You don't know shit. That's all I'm saying. Schlong. You don't know shit. I don't know if that's true or not. Whatever. Anyway, all right, I need to pour something else here. What do I feel like pouring, Jim? What are you drinking?
I want a Scotch tape tonight, although maybe later on I'll switch gears. But right now I've got some Glengoyne 10 in the glass.
Glengoyne? I don't have any of that shit.
Yeah, pour whatever you want. Like I said, this is what I'm into right now.
Is that finished?
No, it's not. No, I don't think it's finished.
Oh,
pretty sure it's not.
Maybe I'll do.
Thomas Anderson, maybe.
Do I want this? Yeah, what the fuck? We're going to do a little, just to kind of boost Brown-Forman a little bit, but we're going to do a little rye. Here, I'll double click on it so you can. I didn't make you a mod on this, did I, Jim? I should have done that.
Nice. What proof we got?
133.8.
Not bad. Goody. Ja Rule has a whiskey dropping. More celebrity whiskey, just what we need. I would tell you, if there's one good, clear indicator of how the bourbon market is doing, is that everybody and their fucking uncle is dropping some sort of, private label, own brand whiskey. This is like, really? You too? And you? And you?
But I think what like lets me know is, those that were hard to get 2-3 years ago, like impossible, right? Like Eagle Rare sitting on the shelves. Weller Special Reserve was hard to get. That's been easy to get for a couple of years now. But like, I'm seeing Booker's on the shelves again. I'm seeing freaking McKenna is on the shelf like crazy. So wait a minute. It's not a weeded bourbon, the Weller 18.
Really? NDP. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Shane.
That's not true. It says straight wheat whiskey. It's not a bourbon. It's just a weeded whiskey.
If anything,
So it's
I think
not-
we're going to see. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not saying it's a bourbon. It's saying it's a straight wheat whiskey. That must be what he was referring to. That not that it's not weeded, but that it's not a bourbon.
If anything,
More
I think we're going to
aged
see
juice?
more of the same turmoil we saw at the end of last year carry over into this year. We're already seeing it with Brown Foreman. So I think you're going to start seeing some of these NDPs going boop, boop, boop.
Yeah,
There's only so many
non-distilled
dollars to go
producer.
around. There's only so much juice to go around. Something's got to give.
What's NDP stand for? Non-distilling producer or something
Yeah.
like that?
The barrel proof Beyonce whiskey. Oh, God.
Oh, God. I just want to see those nudies. Just kidding. No, I'm not. Yeah, the barrel proof Beyonce whiskey.
I still
Just
think Derek Trucks might have the crown for worst named celebrity whiskey with his APW ass pocket whiskey.
Oh, that's not good. Let me see. Is this backwards? No. Okay, we're good. Just making sure that like I didn't have the mirroring on, which is really fucking annoying. So I should point that way to see Jim. Yeah. Okay.
And it's called
Anyway.
ass pocket. It's called ass pocket whiskey because it's all bottled in like 275 milliliter flask bottles. But it's like still, really, that's the only name you can come up with.
Yeah, that seems kind of dumb. Another symptom of the struggle is that everybody has. I feel like this is actually a problem of their own making, doing all these, allowing all these individual barrel releases, single barrel releases to stores and all that. But I'm seeing like those picks that were super hard to find 2 years ago. Like everybody has one now, and they all can't be that good. It's like you're going to have a decrease in quality with an increase in just dumping barrels everywhere.
Cheers.
What's up, Slapshot? Cheers, dude.
I'm late because I was deciding if I was going to go outside and smoke a cigar, and I went, it's a little cold. I ain't going outside.
You're kind of quiet. Let me change your volume there, buddy.
Barrel. BBL proof Taylor Swift whiskey.
Say something, Slapshot.
How's the volume now?
Oh, it's a little better.
Quiet, but it's not.
That's weird.
There we go.
Yeah, Thomas Anderson, it is pricey for what it is.
We're all waiting for Taylor Swift whiskey. Not all of us. Not all of us. They need to call that whiskey T Swizzle. That's what I always call her, and everybody knows who I'm talking about when I say it. Yeah. So even these Jack Daniel Ryes are everywhere now. I'm seeing them all over the place.
Oh yeah, they're on the shelf here, and they when they first came out they were sparse, and now every store I go in they're sitting there.
Yeah, it's just so much shit everywhere now. But like I feel like everybody's kind of burnt out because people aren't just buying for the sake of FOMO anymore. Like they're waiting for the good shit, but the good shit, not the good shit, but like the rare shit. but the super rare shit's still hard to find. Right? Like you're not finding
Yeah.
BTAC, you're not finding like Parker's, like that shit. Nobody's finding that unless you're like a regular whiskey buyer on a regular basis at our store.
I'm still not even seeing Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare.
Really?
Nope.
What? How many you
You
need?
can find that without breaking a sweat.
I don't need any. I just not seeing it.
I will say it's still harder to find Blanton's. So when I was going to New Jersey, I almost brought my bottle of Blanton's because everybody hears like, oh, you know, you do a whiskey YouTube channel. I'm like, barely. And they're like, yeah, I like really like Blanton's. And so I was like going to bring it to share because anything you buy in a hotel bar is super expensive. So I was just going to go sit in the corner with Blanton's and pour people Blanton's all week. Yeah, I mean, that's really the problem too, right? Is everybody just flipping that shit?
Yeah.
Super frustrating. Like, I haven't gotten a BTAC in 3 years now, probably.
Now those are still lottery here, so
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
all. I mean it is right. Like they're not increasing the production of that. They increase the production of all the other shit, and then they wonder why. Like they needed to increase the production of BTAC. I realize you have to do that without hurting the quality, but I think like put out like 500 ml bottles on all of that BTAC shit instead of 750s. Like you just increased the number of bottles by a third, right? Like or 50, is that 50%? I don't know what the fuck. No, it's a third. 33%. I guess that's why you just got to go buy from Storytime because they got that fucking old ass turkey coming out that I'm excited and I still haven't gone to buy. Once we get more people in here talking shit, I'll go buy that because I don't want to forget and then miss out on it. I probably already missed out on it. Although it's expensive enough that I think not everybody bought it. Anyway. Yeah, so here's a question for you, Thomas. Do you like the Jack Daniel's single barrel proofs at a higher proof? Or do you like it at a more moderate proof? I'm not talking about Coy Hill. I'm talking about like the actual picks. Oh, rye bottles. Sorry. Yeah, rye bottles I'm seeing at the higher proof. Shane Long saw one at 138 down at Daveco, and we didn't grab it. I still think that these Jack Daniel, but both the rye and the Tennessee whiskey, I think, are both pretty awesome. Yeah, I will say that's not the higher the proof isn't always the better on the bourbon, for lack of a better word, just to call it what it really is. Yeah, or the 375s for sure. Like I just feel like that's like you could actually sell those 375s for 80% the price and they would still sell. You know what I mean? Like you could lower the amount of juice in the bottle, but not lower the price as much as you lowered the amount of whiskey. You know what I mean? So the price per milliliter would go up, and that would increase profits for, Buffalo Trace, as well as make it more available for everybody. But I feel like you just see more of them on the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you'd see all these 375s on secondary for $1,000 instead of the 750s for $1,500.
Yeah.
And it is hard to share when you only have a 375. Like it's hard to share, but yeah. What's MSRP on BTAC now? Like 150, 175?
149.
Yeah, 150. Yeah.
Yeah, they were all listed at 149 when I signed up for the last bolt.
Is that underpriced, or do you think just that some of this other bullshit? Because
I think the other shit's overpriced.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think there's a lot of
Ain't nothing worth $200 in my opinion. I've had some of that to it, and for going out and buying $29.99 old granddad 114 for how good that is at $30, and you're gonna tell me something else that is that much exponentially better at $200? I'll tell you you're full of shit.
Yeah, I really feel that at about $125, you start to get a severe diminishment of return at that point, right?
Yeah.
Like nothing that you buy just because you pay twice as much means it's twice as good. Like you buy a BMW instead of a Honda, at twice the price. That doesn't mean it's twice as good. You're paying for the luxuriousness of it. So everything has a point of, diminishing returns in it. But that being said, this is a product that, this is a consumable. You know what I mean? It's very different in a consumable versus a car or something that is, a computer, something that lasts for a long time and keeps getting used, not used once and it's gone.
Wow, Josh, I don't have the old granddad 16.
I don't have that either. Your Coy Hill is 128.5. Is that so? 128.5 is actually super low for Coy Hill, but I think the newer Coy Hills were not hazmat, right? It was just the original run of Coy Hills that were supposed to be hazmat.
I don't know.
I'm switching you to Slapshot because I hate it when that fucking thing goes over somebody else's
I don't
face.
care.
I fucking care. It's the only thing. But dude, freaking StreamYard raised their prices again.
Again?
Yeah, I'm like, fuck this. Like, I'm paying the same, not having
Like
12
they
people.
raised it, and then they raised it again?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. Like,
because everybody dropped them, they got to make up the difference.
dude, I mean, I think they do have a slightly better user experience than just about anybody else. Like this right here, doing this doesn't put it over top. And I don't know if maybe there's a setting I'm just missing on this, but
the core that used to be like $20 a month is now $35.99. Yeah. Nope.
It's $44 for 10 with nobody in the back now.
Oh yeah, if you pay monthly.
Yeah, if you pay monthly, yeah, $44.
Well,
$44 fucking dollars. I was paying $49 where I could have 10 plus 12 and all the additional hours saved.
Man.
This one's just way cheaper. It's way better. Cheaper at almost as good. That's how I roll. That's definitely how freaking, I know he's watching Scotch Down Under. That's how Ken rolls. He don't give a shit. Fourth quarter, 27-19. Damn, that's a pretty good game. And Baltimore has the ball. They got to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. I did that math in my head.
Oh, did you use your toes?
Mm-mm. Not this time. I have shoes on. So anyway, man. So New Jersey, talk about, it's one thing I forget about when you go back to the Northeast or just the East Coast in the winter. Like, I live in Colorado, man. Like, almost every fucking day is sunny. You know what I mean? Like, winter, sunny. Summer, sunny. Like, it's always sunny. I say that while today it's going to be negative 12 degrees outside tonight. So I say it's going to be fucking cold. So make no mistake. But tomorrow is going to be like 20 degrees and sunny. And I was like, my God, does the sun ever come out here? The whole week, I'm like looking out the window going like, fucking, it's gloomy as shit. Is it going to start snowing? And they're like, no, not supposed to snow. I'm like, what the fuck are the clouds doing here then? And I remember that just from my family in Western New York. You know what I mean? Because they were always like, dude, you don't realize like it stays cloudy. Like it's gray. Like we've got really nice spring and fall and summer, but like the winter for like 6 months, it's cloudy.
I mean, we do have sunny days here during the winter. Just
Yeah, I mean they don't say never, right? I'm not saying it. The sun actually peaked out on my way to the airport, ironically.
Oof, Josh,
Damn, where do you live, Josh? Do you live in fucking Wisconsin or some shit like that? I'm gonna be or Minnesota. Like I'm gonna be in Austin. This is how lucky I am. I'm gonna be in Austin Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's like a high of 37 and 40 the days I'm there. I'm like in fucking Austin. Like those are the coldest days they've had in 2 years. And of course, it's the time that I'm there.
That's funny. We're going down to 9.
Northern Michigan. That explains it.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Hey, that's Canada, Josh. For the record, it's Canada. Yeah. Oh.
The further north was Tayupas.
Oh. Finishing up the dram in a can from Two Stacks.
Nice.
Man, so I feel like she can go find, because she's not pissing away her money on the bourbon and shit that we spend our money on. She can go find the good fucking Irish. Like, yeah, I'll have it shipped over. I'm playing the long game here.
Yeah. I was going to say, no, she's pissing it away, having it shipped over from Ireland.
Yeah, the sun hardly ever shines. Yep. It's all good. And Two Stacks, she's sent me, I don't know which Two Stacks she sent me, like the cask strength, I want to say. Pretty darn good.
Hey, we're not that fucked up yet.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this Jack Daniel Rye is pretty good. I could just sip on this fucking all the time. Just constantly. I had so much beer last week. Like, it's just so much easier because you get drink tickets at each of the dinners and shit for the happy hours. And then when you're in a bar, dude, like I did kill about a third of a bottle of Baker's 7 one night.
There you go.
That was pretty good. Like when you get Baker's 7 at, it was about $16 a pour, I want to say. That's not too bad in a restaurant, especially at a hotel bar. And like the dude wasn't measuring. You know what I mean? So it's like
as long as he's measuring for in your favor, then you're good to go.
Yeah, because it wasn't Glen's where like not measuring a Glen, you still can be like, feel like it's much heavier. But they were putting it in. It wasn't a rock glass either. When I ordered it neat, it was some other kind of glass, but still, it was like, dude, it was not that much, but it was still more than 2 ounces by far.
Gotcha.
Two Stacks is coming to Colorado.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I might have to, like, as in the people or the actual whiskey.
I'm assuming she means the actual whiskey, but we'll let her clarify.
Like she's just the owner of Two Stacks is gonna roll through Colorado and be like, "I'm here."
So bartenders don't measure and give heavy pours.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And he didn't have time to measure that shit anyway, because there were like 2 bartenders and like 200 of us in that fucking bar. Took forever to get any kind of drink. No, so I have had it in my hand a couple of times, almost buying the high rye, and I would text people and be like, "What did you think?" And it's always been like, haven't heard the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not extreme, like not that expensive, but it was still, I want to say, over $100. It was like what, $125 or something like that. Maybe it was 160. I can't remember. It was about a month ago that I saw him. So anyway, yeah, the Baker's 7, not a pour I usually get around here. In fact, I don't even have a Baker's 7 here. But yeah. So are we gonna get the cask strength, Stacy? Because that's what I want, is the cask strength one. Unless there's like another hidden gem that you're telling me about. Oh, it was 99. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. It was like 100. I want to say it was like just over $100 when I saw it. I think I texted Proman, sent a note to Nick Proman, and I was like,
"Really too much for me.
Worth it?" Yeah, I mean, so now that I have like this much whiskey as I do, I know it's not as much as a lot of people, but still, it's like 350 bottles, 400 bottles, something like that. I haven't counted in a long time. It's like I'm just a lot more discerning. Like just because Forgate comes out with something or Old Carter, I know they're not coming out with anything. I'm just joking, but you know, it's like I don't feel like I've got to go get it anymore. I don't feel this like, and so when it's over $100 now, I'm like, this better be fucking good if it's going to be over $100. Like Shane, that Kentucky, that turkey better be fucking good. Just because you got a pretty label. Don't care about the label.
Did you just,
Yeah, Shelby, that's more like it.
Yeah.
69 for the Baker 7 higher, right?
Yeah.
I've seen it. I think I saw it for either 70 or 80. $100 or more.
Yeah, I don't remember thinking it was like super expensive. That's why I was thinking maybe it was over 100. It might have been much less. I don't know. What's up, Burton? Cheers, dude. What are you doing? You haven't texted me forever, Burton, with any of your knife picks. Most people send dick pics. Burton and I send knife pics. Maybe most people don't send dick pics. I don't know, but
I would hope not.
oh, the Ravens just scored. They're down by 2 points. Oh shit.
They're gonna make a game out of this one.
Damn, I fucking hate the Ravens, dude. I hate them
Quarter,
so
minute
bad.
and a half to go.
The only
this is gonna
team-
get real fast.
There's only 2 teams I really care about anymore, and if either one of them lose before the Super Bowl, I'm not watching the Super Bowl. Or if neither of them are in, and that's the Bills and the Eagles. If the Bills or the Eagles are not in the Super Bowl, I'm not fucking watching it. Kansas City versus Baltimore, I'll kill myself before I watch it.
I think it's gonna be the Chargers and the Broncos.
I'm not watching the Super Bowl. I haven't watched the Super Bowl in like 8 years.
It was Edgy Outdoors, corn and whiskey.
You wouldn't even
Dropped
watch it if
2-point conversion.
the Commanders make it, Brian.
Cheers, Michelle. What's up?
Yeah, they won, but I don't.
No, I'm
care
saying-
about them. Oh, I don't care about them. In fact, I despise the fans around here because they're so fair weather. At least in the, they did well in the 80s when they, Joe Gibbs was taking them to Super Bowls and Darryl Green and Theismann and all those guys. And people, once they started losing, I never liked the skin.
I mean, I can't really blame people for not wanting to be a fan with Dan Snyder on the fucking team. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, that was even before then.
Yeah.
But everybody's glad.
Oh,
Snyder
they dropped the
is gone,
2-point
that's for sure.
conversion. Oh,
You like Baltimore, you dick?
me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I just wanted to see him tied up and make Buffalo sweat. Remember, I'm a Patriots
God.
fan. I don't like either of those fucking teams.
Nick-
I'm rooting for Washington. That's the only team left.
Nick Proman's probably losing his shit right now. He loves Buffalo just because of Josh Allen, former Wyoming Cowboy. So I think we're going to do next year's CSU Wyoming game as a meetup in Colorado for those of you that want to start making plans now. Starting putting stuff aside. Yeah. I'm aggressive? Oh yeah. Yeah, you dick. Oh shit. Everybody plug your nose.
Okay.
That wasn't nice.
Hey, nice hat.
Your bounce is not doing his job if Shane got in the bar.
Go Rams.
Dude, so if Dion goes to coach the Cowboys and leaves CU, everybody's going to leave CU. Like they're going to have nothing left.
Agreed.
CSU is going to kill them all. Just going to blow them all up.
That's what I'm hoping for.
What are you drinking, Sloan?
I'm a lifelong Rams fan. Hey, women of whiskeys.
Hell yeah.
So funny you ask. I don't know yet. Actually, I was drinking earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and start with that That bad boy right there.
What is it? Old Louisville?
Yeah, it's the next pit.
Oh,
Louisville.
look at the label on that dirty bitch.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to go do that tonight. Somebody, are you still an admin on here, Shane?
Yep.
That's what I'm drinking.
Oh, nice. I love Brian. I absolutely love that bottle. Absolutely love that bottle.
Oh, I should have started with that.
Yeah, that's a big boy. About 2 weeks ago, I walked in and they had a little boy sitting on the shelf, and I was like, "Oh, I thought that was all gone." So I said, "That'll come home with me. It needs a home."
Such a good pour.
You working tomorrow, Shane?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got to work too.
Oh, shit. Is that what we're doing tonight? We're doing some Twins action?
Uh-oh.
Thug, yeah.
Which one you got? Oh.
Dude, which one I got?
You got the Wiener or the Ryan?
Dude, I don't know how many of those I've gotten so far, but I know I've bought like 4, and then you brought me another one.
Yeah.
I only have that one left. With that much left.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely the Rye.
Yeah, definitely a rye. Who picked that shit? Oh, cheers, Emily Chambers. What's happening?
Ooh, I did pair some of this the other night with an Andalusian Bull cigar.
Oh, that dude,
Oh.
Andalusian is my favorite. That is
Dude.
literally my favorite
Dude,
cigar.
this and the Andalusian Bull was a fucking pairing from all, man.
Yes. No joke, dude. Who joined?
Who is that?
Z-Man.
Go turn your
Turn on-
camera on, Z-Man.
The man.
We gotta do the Buffalo Trace in
Dude.
Little Light.
He hates it that I do this in Talk Studio. Z-Man fucking hates it.
Oh,
Z-Man,
his
it's
iPhone or iPad.
Yeah, he does it on his phone. It's like twice as expensive to do it on fucking StreamYard now. More than twice.
Dude. When I got that bill, I about shit for StreamYard. I was like, this is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Michelle had the
Yeah.
same thing. Like all of a sudden hers was like $1,800 fucking dollars or some stupid shit like that.
I canceled that shit. I'm like, no more of that.
She
No
bought
more
like
of
a
that.
3-year subscription or some shit like that. I don't know if that's true. I made all those numbers up. I have no idea. But it was like some stupid thing. Like she texted me, was like, "Is your StreamYard this much?" I'm like, fuck no, I would not do that. Refund.
Streamlabs,
Okay,
bro. Yeah, I immediately canceled and requested a refund.
Oh, fucking A. Okay. Oh,
You
I
spelled
added
me in.
that. What's that?
Everything.
Said you should be able to get in and everything. And
Yeah, I'm in.
hey, here, I got to text you a code. Make sure you put this in when you go to checkout.
Oh, the promo code?
Well, it's a
Remember
code.
when you did the one that was free shipping?
It's still there. It's like Mike Stahl sucks or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
it
still
was
active. They couldn't use it.
Jeez.
It was like 1 penny off though. It was 1 penny off the
Oh,
price.
that's what it was. Yeah, yeah, I got a
Oh,
savings for it.
How generous.
Yeah, use that code that I text you in all caps.
That's crazy, Michelle.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I'm telling you, man. Michelle, you should look at Streamlabs. I'm just saying. Streamlabs top. And the thing is, you can get Streamlabs for your desktop. So if you're doing just a single stream, well, actually, you can bring people in on it too. It's
There
a
we
little
go.
more common.
Boom, bitches. So what I just
shit.
bought, I'm not even drunk, and I bought that, Shane, for the record.
Man, Buffalo.
So let's
wins.
do that one. Just
I'm gonna buy another one in an hour. Be a giveaway.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I
So,
bought a
let me see.
15-year.
Yeah.
What? Go for it.
This,
Sorry.
this right here. You bought this right here.
I wanted a full 750.
Oh, you're going to get a full 750.
Oh, okay, good. I was just making sure.
But so the other thing, I know a lot of people have been asking about that Scott Pigsley bottle. You don't have to be a Storytime member to get that Scott Pigsley bottle. So if you're interested in it, email me. I will give you there's a link for you to go to where if you're not a Storytime member, you can buy it. The only problem is if you're not a Storytime member, you pay shipping, right? So whatever, it is what it is.
That's this guy right here. I don't know if you can just click on it. I'm going to copy and paste it into chat.
And I have those will be here this week, and they will be stickered up and ready to go. So they'll start going out this week.
So that is for the Pigsley bottle, which I'll show you here. I'll share.
They probably can't see that unless they're a member.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see this? But you can see it on screen, yeah?
Yeah.
There.
That one. Yeah. I will tell you that, look, it's one thing that it's a memorial bottle, and that in and of itself is amazing. I wanted to follow the same kind of thing that we did with Sherry, and he was such a fan of that. So I felt it only right to do it in the same manner. But secondly, not going to lie, the whiskey in that bottle is actually really freaking good. It's really.
I'm super excited. And to go about the bottle, it says June 22nd, 2024, we lost a great friend and community member, Scott T. Pigsley, 37, born July 11th, day before my birthday, 1986, in Lincoln, Nebraska. Jerry Lee and Gina Lynn Pigsley had the great blessing of being Scott's parents. He was also known as Fifth Quarter Tailgate on YouTube, was a great supporter of the bourbon community, and more specifically, Whiskey Tube. He was unabashed in his opinions and would gladly share his insights and preferences to anyone who would ask. Our community felt a great void when we lost Scott, and we wish him and his family well as they sort through this heartbreaking tragedy. Cheers, Scott. We all miss you.
Sure.
Cheers.
So, there's Z-Man. Hey, buddy.
What's going on, brother?
So,
Good job, man.
Yep. Cheers to Scott, man. We still miss him. I miss my son got me a. So I'll spin back for just a second. So when my dad died, I had somebody give me some really good advice. Right? He was like, it's always going to hurt. It wasn't really advice. It was just an aha moment. He said, it's always going to hurt. Thinking of him is going to make you sad. He goes, but once you start healing a little bit, there's going to come a smell. Something come on the TV, you're going to hear something, just something's going to happen, and it's going to make you smile thinking of them.
Yep.
And nobody on the planet would know you're smiling except them. No, right. Why you're smiling, right?
Yep.
And so fast forward to Christmas, and I'm like opening a present that Sasquatch got me, and he got me, basically it was a custom, PS5 controller. So, and it just, for a brief second, I was like, Scott Pigsley would love this for driving his car. Because I used to always joke with him that, like, dude, I want you to come visit me because I want to see how well my Xbox controller works on your car. And he'd always laugh and he'd be like, it doesn't work like that. I'm like, dude, I know you're playing games so people don't try to get these cars out from under you, but I know that's how it works. It's a remote controlled car with an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Always got him to smile, and that was good. 8 degrees in Michigan right now. Damn, son.
Woo!
2 degrees. Where's Corn and Whiskey? Is he Minnesota? Is he Michigan too?
No, they're like in Ohio, or they're Midwest.
Yeah, damn. You're going to San Francisco this week, Shane?
No, I got back from. I was out in Santa Ana, or no, is that right?
Oh,
No.
Santa Clara.
No, not Santa Clara. I flew into Orange County, Santa Ana, John Wayne. So Irvine. Shit, that's where it was. Irvine is where I was.
Okay, got you.
And then I had to fly up to Portland for a day trip and back. Didn't see any smoke or any of the fire stuff. So, conspiracy. There's no fire. No, I'm just kidding. There's definitely a fire.
Yeah.
But you just don't see it. Like, it was weird because flying in, couldn't see anything. I was looking for it, man.
Yeah, you flew into Orange County. That's still like 40 miles south.
But I flew out of LAX.
Oh, you flew out of LAX.
up to Portland and we didn't see it or smell it. So they must have it. They must have
like you had to fly right over it coming out of LAX because it was north of LAX.
Yeah, I know. We couldn't see it. We looked. There was 3 of us. But I did score 2 of these when I was out in California. It's the new batch 13.
Oh, the barrel proofs. Damn, look
Yeah.
at you. You probably overpaid for them though, huh?
$180.
Oh, that's not terrible. I mean, MSRP is what, $100 on those things?
Yeah, I think it's like 109 or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
right around 100. Maybe it used to be like 89, and then I know it's gone up, so it's probably like around 100, 109.
Yeah, I mean, if freaking BTAC is what, 165 or whatever it is now, 150.
Yeah, it used to be 119.
Yeah.
I could have bought 7 of them, but I couldn't get all 7 home. So
You could have bought
Yeah.
6.
yeah, but I had another bottle that I had ran too, so I could have bought 5.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to spend that much. Like I just was like 2's good. 2's good.
2's good. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
that. You got a backup. You're good to go. You can come on, flex a little bit, brag.
I want to get into it. I want to see how good it is, but
Oh yeah, yeah. You got if it's good, that's what I want to know because I won't see it.
you might.
I'll have you send a sample. I'll come visit you and have some.
There you go. Well, that you can definitely do anytime.
Cheers, Larry. What's up, dude? $300 for small batch, Josh.
Oh,
I feel like that's a little
No.
high.
that is way high.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, that's just a little bit over the top, I think, for real though. All right, what's the game? Is it over? Yes.
Oh, nice. So Michelle got one. She said she gave it away. Michelle in Idaho, of course, they pay SRP. Whatever. What is SRP on these now, Michelle?
Nobody knows. There's no such thing as MSRP anymore.
SRP it doesn't exist. Yeah. So what do you think about that Weller 18 year? And it's not even really Weller. It's wheat whiskey.
Yeah, it's not a bourbon. It's just a wheat whiskey. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, that.
It's like-
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Like I just hate that they're so overpriced for the proof. Like they get so many bottles out of that shit because they proof it down like that.
Well, not only that, dude. It's they're using the Weller name because they know they're going to get a shit ton of money for it.
Yeah.
But it's not Weller. There's no other Weller that was wheat whiskey.
So what's the MSRP on it?
Yeah. Okay. So maybe it's still $79.99 in
Yeah,
Idaho.
like if I ever could see one in Virginia, it would be $77.
Yeah.
So
I don't
So
know
what's
why they put it on
MSRP supposed to be on that bottle? That Weller.
around that $80 mark, it sounds like. So that means the store is getting it for probably $55.
Yeah. So really, like the markup is only going to happen for secondary. The company's not doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But I don't have to see
Buffalo
these. So,
Trace
I
isn't
mean,
making money on it.
no, not at all. The people that are making money really is retail, and they know that. That's why they allocate them. They use them as carrots to get you to buy Wheatley.
Nick Proman just texted me. He said, now it's going to be the Bills versus the Chiefs and refs.
And refs.
Yeah.
So, wait, all the games aren't done, right? They still got one more round?
No.
Yeah,
No,
so
you're-
they have the conference championships next week.
Yeah, AFC, NFC Championship. And what people are bitching about is the Chiefs, every time they play a game, the refs are helping them win the game.
Well, they used to say
Yeah.
that shit about the Patriots too, and I used to say that shit about the Patriots too.
And I agree.
It's hey,
Yeah.
we did the same thing with the Cowboys when they were in a dynasty phase.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
It's just how it is, man. If team's good, you got to give them their credit.
I was going to say something about that, but Donald beat me to it.
Yeah. Oh. Got hit by a vehicle like when he was walking?
I think he was leaving a store or something.
Who?
Bro,
Damn.
broke both of his fucking legs?
Damn.
Yeah.
He's
Fuck.
fucking Australian. He'll be up and walking in a day.
Bullshit. Who?
I can rub dirt on that shit and keep on
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
funny that
sure he
he's
was
I'm
like trying to walk with both broken fucking legs to cuss at the guy.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
hey, Ken's
Yeah, I
dad.
think Ken went to
Ken,
visit him this weekend up in Perth.
Cheers to Ken's pop.
yeah, Ken, I
That's-
know that's rough just when your parents going through stuff like that, especially as they get older, it gets harder and harder to help manage it. So cheers, buddy. Hope your dad recovers. And cheers. God damn, that fucking Twins is good. Oh, I love that fucking bottle.
You're talking fancy bottles. I went and got that one out.
Oh, a little Rock Hill. Look at you,
Yeah.
you show off. I remember when Slapshot pulling a bottle off his shelf was like, do I want wild turkey or wild
Jim
turkey?
Beam.
Hey,
Now he's like pulling-
that bottle my wife won in the lottery 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
So that was MSRP based.
Now look
Good
at
for
look
you.
at your fucking whiskey shelf, Slapshot. Like, damn.
Yeah, and the floor's covered too.
Oh, you got floor whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
shit.
rearranged.
Shit. Next thing you
But
know, you're
I did
home.
eliminate a shelf because my daughter moved back in and she had a fish tank, so I had to replace. It's the only place I could put the fish tank. So.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a little upsetting thinking of your parent getting hit by a fucking car. God.
Yeah, that's
that's
just
crazy.
fucking unreal. That's unreal shit. And I was wondering why Ken wasn't on stream here this weekend. So
Yeah, when your parents are when your parents start getting older, man, like every little thing is
Yeah.
it seems so much worse. Like they break their leg and next thing you know their oxygen levels are dropping. Like it's like what the fuck?
well, my mom made it to 84, and she lives in another town here in Arizona. And every time I took her to dinner, she'd grab a hold of my arm and I'd walk her to the restaurant.
Yeah, I did that with my mom too. It was I do that with my wife because she's blind.
And my
Obviously,
girls,
it's very deep.
my girls.
You can laugh, but that's a true story.
yeah, it's believable. It's believable.
You could punch her and she would never see it coming ever until it hit her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frankie is as long as you're swinging with your right hand because it's on her left side. Her left eye is completely fucking blind.
Is Frankie older than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. She's almost 9 years old, 8.5 years older than I am.
Yeah,
Yeah, but when she grabs a hold of you by the shirt, and she's gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah.
Mine's older. Mine's older than me, and she tells all of her relatives that she's robbing the cradle. I just laugh at her. I'm like, really? Because she's retired, and I'm still working.
Well, I've told the story several times about how when I met my wife, I lied about my age. What's up, Darrell? Your camera disappeared. There you go.
There he is.
Hey,
Cheers, Joe.
Yep.
Yeah, I lied about my age for 2 years and said I was 5 years older than I really was. She a lot of people know this story already, but she threw me a 30th birthday party on my 25th birthday.
Nice, bro.
Nah, she really caught him playing with the matchbox on the track, and then she figured.
Yeah. He's like, all my friends are like walking around going, why does it say 30th birthday? Mike's so weird. Like they had no idea that I was lying about my age. Other than a couple of them were on the end. Yeah.
Did you giggle every time you saw her naked for the first couple of years?
Yeah. I was like, Mom. No.
Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. Mom.
What's up, Darrell? What are you drinking?
Some copper and cast.
Oh.
Local
Is it
pick.
your copper and cask or a different one?
Not the main one I did last year, but this was the one that I helped that same store pick this year
Mhm.
or in 2024.
What do you think about your Eagles, Terrell?
I've been saying the same thing all year, man. I think they're the best team in the league.
I was sitting at a bar at 11 o'clock this morning, and 3 Eagles, they all wearing Eagles jerseys, and I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Really is. I'll be honest, like it's hard to argue. I feel like when the Eagles play their best, there's nobody that can beat them.
I
It's just
agree.
every once in a while they like take a week off. Like
Yeah.
Not really. They got 2 losses or 3 losses.
yeah, the
But-
3 losses, but they like I felt like they should have won those 3.
Yeah, there's 2 drop passes.
Yeah.
Saquon and Devontae, we would have lost only one game. Literally, those 2 passes cost the games.
Dude, Barkley is a fucking beast.
He is.
He's been a beast. He's been a beast
Unbelievable.
for freaking years.
Yeah,
years.
just
Yeah,
behind
but this was his
New York.
like the sheer athleticism that you saw from Barkley this year was
Well-
just incredible, man. Like you don't see backs with that kind of juice, if you will.
Well,
Like
and they're commenting that he left the Giants to go play for a team that would go to the Super Bowl, and I agree. You know,
I think he wanted to just play for a team that would appreciate him a bit more
yeah, okay.
and like pay him for what he's worth, right? Like he liked the Giants. He didn't want to leave, but they didn't want to pay him what he thought he was worth, which I get sometimes. It really comes
but
into
no
play
running
now.
back gets what they think they're worth. And I'll tell you, he earned every dollar this year, man. He was
Well, nobody gets paid what they're worth. Why is Dak Prescott sitting on a couch for all that money?
I think
dude, I'm just
everybody-
saying Barkley was clearly the best player on that team, and look at those fucking receivers that the Eagles have. Like
yeah.
Well, to be
dude,
fair,
Brown is awesome, Smith is
Yeah.
awesome. Fuck.
Z-Man, with that statement, to be fair, he's not getting paid what he's worth. He's getting paid way more.
Hey, agreed.
Dak,
And Hurts with the Eagles. That dude's a fucking all-star, man. He's fun to watch.
I will say, like, it's still insane to me that nobody's figured out how to slow down that fucking tush push, man. The brotherly shove. Like, nobody else can figure out how to do it, and nobody can figure out how to stop that fucking thing. It's like the craziest thing.
the Bills do it pretty good.
Yeah, they do it a little bit different, though. It's not quite the same.
Yeah, they just kind of Josh Allen takes it and just runs.
Yeah,
I
he's
get enough
just- I mean,
I do a pretty good one.
Josh Allen weighs like 50 pounds more than Jalen Hurts, too. Like,
He's a good player.
I don't know if that's a real number. I was making up the weight, but I figure it's somewhere in that
Probably.
neighborhood.
Josh Allen's probably like 240.
Yeah, I would
Hurts is
say.
probably like actually no, Jalen Hurts is probably like 210, 215.
Yeah, it's probably a 35 pound difference. Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Those are two fucking great quarterbacks.
I'm a shade.
Michelle is 6 years older than Will. Michelle, you dog.
I think she's missing a one. I think she's 16 years older than me.
Hey,
What? That
She
was
looks
not nice.
young, dude.
That was
That girl
not
looks
nice.
like she's 30.
She don't look 6 years older than him. He looks older than her.
no, I was gonna say you couldn't tell from looking at it.
Yeah. When he takes his hat off, he looks older.
Yeah. What are you doing, kid?
Hey, Adrian and Nick, go Rams.
Look off that one.
Rams lost.
Go Rams.
Yeah, the Rams. I thought the Rams played pretty well, though. I definitely like considering I didn't even think they should have made the playoffs. Maybe right. I mean, they ended up pulling together some pretty good, pulling out some pretty close games. But it was, and McVay is just I think a pretty damn good coach to keep them competitive with all the lost people they've had. But it's, yeah, I was a little surprised how well they did. They played pretty well today, though. I felt like. They just obviously weren't as good. They were not as good of a team. Yeah, they
It's
were
just a lot of
better.
snow. Like the snow kind of impacted everything, right? But
Yeah, I mean the snow is like an equalizer, right? Like, those that are so much faster just still takes them a little bit longer to get to that thing. Like, you go fast, it takes longer to stop. It doesn't matter if you have 4-wheel drive, you still got to take the same amount of time to stop.
Who was the last team the Rams played, and they shouldn't have beat them? Was it the Vikes?
Minnesota,
Yeah, it was the Vikes.
the Vikings, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't believe that shit.
Dude, I will say that was the one that shocked me was fucking Detroit losing to Washington.
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Washington plays everybody hard, man. Like I don't think they got blown out really all year.
Yeah, it was
They were a surprise
But-
team.
I mean, Detroit had so many, like they don't even have a starting player almost on that defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they lost like half of their defensive starters.
Cheers, Mr. Mom.
But injury happens to everybody. Like you can't use it as an
Yeah,
excuse.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's rough.
No.
Yeah, sure. When we went to the Super Bowl, we didn't have Hurts. Well, actually, no, that was Wentz. We didn't have Wentz that time, but I guess we didn't need him that time.
Oh yeah.
You know, people
Where
get.
did-
Dude, Wentz did not look good last week though, or the week before last.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah, it was like 38-0.
I mean, granted, it was like Denver's number one defense against
Yeah, but
all
he
the
was like a
backups
number
in
one,
Kansas City.
a number 2 pick. Like, you should be able to play,
Yeah, you should still be able to. Yeah,
throw the ball a bit.
I felt like he was like a top 5 pick. He should have been able to put something up
Yeah.
Right.
as that guy. But
So Wentz went to Denver. You said
No,
What's that?
He was with KC, but they sat all the starters out like the last week of the season, so he played. Kansas City backup. Oh, man.
next,
What are you grabbing, Mike?
I don't know. I've had a rye. I've had MGP. I'm gonna go with.
This barrel proof's pretty good. It's different. It's off profile for them.
Is it bourbon or rye, Shane?
That's the Taylor.
Bourbon or rye?
Yeah, bourbon. Yeah, yeah.
I heard you say off profile. I didn't know if it was like the rye because I haven't had that one yet.
Yeah, no, this one's it's just weird. It's not the. I don't think you would pick that out as Buffalo Trace in a blind.
So tell them to put everything back, maybe. She comes up here. She's like, "Daddy, why did you tell them to draw?" Like the little ones took papers and they took her colored pencil. Like I bought her like 150 colored pencils for Christmas, and I guess they're all over the table or something like that. Upset. Not there.
So I'm gonna drink.
Oh, that's a cool bottle, man. That's out of Jacksonville,
Never even heard of that.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Man,
I think I got this one from Tim Evans. But
I haven't seen Tim in a minute. It's been a while.
little whiskey Saint Glen over here. We're gonna do that one.
What am I drinking?
Hey-yo.
America.
I got a hard truth blend today.
Is this distilled in Jacksonville or just bottled?
No, bottled there.
It's MGP, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I love MGP High Rye. Yeah, distilled in Indiana.
Man, you got the old Louisville when you were on the site. What are you doing? This is 10-year, 36%.
Oh, is that the other one I didn't buy?
Yeah. The old Louisville Slugger.
Oh, I might have to go get that one too, but I gotta wait till I'm drunker so I can tell Frankie I was drunk.
I'll send you a sample if you'll review it.
All right, I'll do it.
But you know the rules. You have to be 100% honest. You can't like fucking bullshit.
Hey, you're not a sponsor.
Exactly. I'm not paying you. I don't want.
Unless you want to be.
No.
I ain't
He's not
afraid of
paying you
being
to
no
taste the whiskey.
sellout. I'll tell you
The
that right
payments are for
now.
those other things that he does.
I love it when people are like, "You're a sellout. You're a sellout, Marquez Brownlee." I'm like, "No, he ain't. He was for sale the whole fucking time." They all are. Mr. Who's the Boss? I don't know if you guys ever watch like tech reviewers on YouTube.
Yep, I do. I watched that. I like the reaction videos. There's a lot of good shit on YouTube.
Like I love Marquez Brownlee, even though he's a little bit of trouble right now.
Oh, Brownlee. Yeah, he blew up out of nowhere. I used to watch like this guy called Udroid Mania, but I don't think he's done anything in like a couple of years, man. But he used to be pretty big.
What do you guys think of TikTok going away?
I'm
It's
happy.
back,
It's back. It'll be for like 4 hours.
We need to go away.
dude. All
And
I
they
know
gave you
is
credit.
I texted my buddy today and I was like, I just took my first shit without TikTok.
I think it's gone. I don't give a shit what Trump does, but Supreme Court says it's gone. It's gone.
Stop.
Yeah, you knew that they were going to figure something out with TikTok. I did hear a kind of an interesting take on this because they were interviewing a senator on the news when Frankie was watching the news this morning, and they're like, China wouldn't let them sell off TikTok. That makes me nervous as to what they don't want us to know about that algorithm, right? Like, So one thing that like my new job is very heavily invested in, and I've been doing tons and tons of training sessions around AI. Dude, like when you can get every fucking data point, you can learn a lot about somebody. It doesn't have to be their social or anything like that, but you can learn a fucking lot. And
What?
the more you learn, the more you can influence.
Well, the fucking problem is anybody that has kids, and I got a girl at work, she tells her daughter something, and her daughter gets on TikTok to verify what mom just said. I'm like, what the hell is that? That's how bad TikTok is. It's just.
Yeah, I enjoyed TikTok, and I think like what makes TikTok different, because I'll watch like Instagram Reels, and you know it's fun just to change it up sometimes. Like you get so into TikTok, they kind of start showing you within their algorithm, and then I'll go like I was watching Instagram today for a change up, and I was laughing out loud at some of the shorts on Instagram, but it is apparently like one of the big things that everybody's having a problems with TikTok going away is their algorithm is, just so much better than Instagram and Snapchat and all those others.
Right.
And nobody uses Facebook. So if you really want to watch epic fails, Facebook is where you want to watch those because they're fucking funny.
Well, and more and more YouTube creators are going to Twitch.
Hey, Mike, I just have a drone follow me all day long and then go back at the end of the day and watch all those epic fails.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
much fun.
Dude, I know. I fell in the garage this last year. Like I tripped and then fell into the golf cart and shit and like hurt my rib and all that shit. And the first thing I thought of as I'm picking myself up off the goddamn floor was, I hope nobody's Ring camera picked that up.
Exactly.
Oh God, nobody recorded that.
Yeah, I'm like, my neighbor across the street, he's a pilot. He probably has a Ring camera. I'm just saying I'm probably fucked right now.
There you go, Shelby. That's right.
You can have
Bring back Vine.
you take a message. Hey, Mike, is this you? Ah, shit.
Yeah, I don't know. TikTok does a good job. I watch TikTok a lot. Like it's a great way to just kill time. Like when you're indisposed and can't do other things. Like you're sitting at the waiting area in the doctor's office, although it makes noise, it shouldn't do that. But what's up, Steven? Cheers, dude. I saw your thing. I don't know if we highlighted it or not, but cheers. Everybody check out Shelf Sippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I like the fucking high rye MGP. That's good shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is a level 4 char. It's only 107 proof though. That's kind of interesting. That's
kind of the sweet spot though, man. It really is. It's kind of a magical proof.
Yeah, I do like. I have been in that under 120 lately. I think I'm kind of drawn to, mostly because I don't want to get as fucked up all the time like I used to.
This one's only 113. This one here, which is I think 10 year. That's right. Yeah, it's really good, man. That's kind of, to me, that's kind of the sweet spot. That 107 to 120.
Dude, MGP high rye is really fucking good. Remember Adam was all in that
Oh yeah, the Redemption high rye.
The Redemption barrel proof high rye that they did. They only did that 1 year and they didn't do it again.
Yeah, and that was a 10 year as well.
Yeah, I get tons of Pitbull versus Chihuahua videos on TikTok, Adriana.
Pitbull versus Chihuahua.
Oh yeah, it's funny. It's like it'll show like, your mean old Pitbull, and they're like poking it in the face, like like flicking its ear, flicking its cheek, and the Pitbull's just like, "What are you doing?" And then it shows you getting your hand anywhere near a fucking Chihuahua, and it's like.
If you go on YouTube, you go look for Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. He'll fucking teach you all, and you'll go, man, I don't believe that.
What is this? Did I just hear you right a second ago, Z-Man? I didn't mean to gloss over this, but you're a huge fan of Twitch?
Yeah.
For the record, we're live on Twitch right now.
Oh, really?
Are we?
Mhm.
Might have another channel called Old Guys Gaming that goes on live on Twitch every once in a while.
There's a YouTuber that comes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. She's a drummer, and she does songs for $20 a song. But she's trying to get more Twitch people in, and she's getting
$20 a
fucking.
song.
Oh, dude, I just listened to the
Dog.
story. She's got 1.5 million fucking subs, and she's trying to get more people on Twitch because Twitch will not copyright strike you, and the most creators are going to that. They're going to
No, they won't if you're live. They will. You can't if you have any copyrighted material. You can't save it,
right, and that's what she's doing. She's just trying to put it out there.
dude. I swear to God, she was attracted to me because she gave me the second song for free.
Well, and
Bro!
if you saw this girl, Christina,
Mike's got it.
you'd go, yeah, she's hot.
Mike thinks he has it.
Pretty much.
Listen, Brian. Listen, I'm with you. I'd be busting his balls. I saw it in action at the CSU game. Saw it in
Yeah,
action.
but that one was inebriated, so it doesn't count.
They all are. Doesn't matter. They all are.
Dude, that is a target-rich environment for inebriated. I'm just saying.
Oh, there's people charging more shit for what they got out there. So
Hey,
Whoa,
Michelle,
Adriana. See, Adriana has a point. I wasn't going to say it, but I agree, Adriana. If I'm paying $20 for a song, I better get something else too.
yeah,
I'd like to know why Adriana thought it was a good idea to go to Idaho in the end of January. Like,
I don't. If you're paying 20 a song and you need more, you're a cheap ass. Okay?
Larry, I went and checked out your MySpace, and you're still updating it. I know you're still updating it.
MySpace. Who's this top eight?
Dude, that was a thing. Like MySpace, you look back to that, like if we'd only known where we'd come in 20 years from what MySpace was to what social media is now.
Never had
Yeah.
it.
Oh, Jesus. The Hawktua girl's crashing around us. Holy shit. She's sued hard. She'll still never have to work again. She's got so much fucking money now.
you see Trump released a coin too? And it's
Yeah.
gone
Yeah.
bananas?
Yeah, she released the coin and then released the coin, made a bunch of money, and then took it down within the same day. And
Yeah, it was a traditional pump and dump. It's a very well known. That's what it's
Yeah, that's
called.
what Hawktua
I
chick
know, I
did.
know.
And they charged all these additional fucking fees to prevent snipers, but in reality, they were the fucking sniper because they pre-bought in and then sold.
Oh, ouch. Michelle, that's so not true.
Yeah,
Not
Michelle, by the way, we're doing a Colorado meetup in October, November timeframe when CSU plays Wyoming.
Yep. Just saying, I'll be a Cowboys fan then.
What?
Oh, I still got to do those. I totally forgot about these. I got to really clean up the audio because the audio fucking sucked. We did it just off camera audio, and it was really bad. Like every single
You know what would
conversation.
be funny? You should overdub it.
Yeah,
You
it's Chinese kung fu theater.
you should get really drunk and overdub it.
Oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to do that. Oh my God, that's a great idea.
Or not even just separate the audio and the video to make it off sync by just enough.
Yeah, you got to know. It's going to be completely dubbed. It's going to look like Kung Fu Theater. Remember Kung Fu Theater when we were kids and be like, damn you.
Hello.
Food theater.
Hey Mike, I'm gonna send you a text. I want you to take a look at this text here. Sorry.
4 years. Yeah, this will be our 4th year going to Wyoming versus CSU in 2025. It's a tradition. It is such a tradition that Adam saw it and was like, I gotta come to this one. I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I
shit.
can.
Look at you, Schlong.
Yeah.
All I
Yeah.
hear is I need an assistant in
Yeah,
Colorado.
hire it.
In Colorado.
Yeah, fourth year, Wyoming. So yeah, I got pulled into this thing. We're gonna make it's a, you know what? It might be the whiskey event of the year.
What are you talking about?
Right. Oh, Colorado?
Mini donut meetup.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the bad thing about those mini donuts at CSU though, that was all sugar. That wasn't donuts. It was like
Dude,
12
like-
pounds of sugar in that bucket.
Dude, it was crazy. That bowl, she brought that bowl, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of donuts. And then you pick it up and you hold it, and you're like, holy shit, this is like, this many donuts shouldn't be over a pound. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was, it was pretty good. Oh,
So I'm going to be an alternating fan year by year. So this year,
Yeah,
I
next
will
year-
CSU.
next year he's got to wear Wyoming because it's in Laramie.
That's right. So I will be a fair weather fan, and I will every year switch.
Oh, dude, maybe we should do like a Airbnb in Laramie for that weekend. That'd be pretty fun.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be really awesome.
For the
That's a good
meetup,
idea.
that would be pretty fun, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we
And
could
then
drink at the
upstairs.
game. Although, how do I invite that state trooper? I got her number.
Heyo.
And she was showing me handcuffs, if you know what I mean.
The office
The
number
fuzzy
to
ones?
Wyoming State Trooper Barracks number 7 doesn't count, Mike.
You ever tell Frankie about this?
Yeah, maybe not the state trooper part. I won't tell her about that. I would never.
Number
I'm like,
Her number.
Frankie.
No, I think it's still
is like-
911, Adriana. It's still 911.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I could still call 911. Yeah, Frankie, think of Frankie as like an older, taller, blonde hair, blue-eyed Adriana. Like, you fuck around and find out. That's all Frankie says to me. Fuck around and find out.
That's a good statement. That's a good statement.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll just own a house by then because my new job I can live anywhere.
Like
Although
South Carolina.
I could live in South Carolina-ish, but I cover Colorado and Missouri and Arkansas. So
So?
I can't wait to go to Arkansas. Like Walmart's my customer. Dillard's is my customer. Like I got to go meet up with Kelsey, man. Like when I go to Walmart, Dillard's is in Little Rock, so you can't go to that.
Mike, what's in your glass right now, buddy?
It's still that Manifest Whiskey Project.
Ah, man, I don't have that. So What's
Okay,
next?
so what are you doing next? And I'll pour it if I have it. But you guys have a lot of much better shit than me.
do you have any Lucky 7 14-year proprietor?
Lucky 7, yes.
Maybe
14-year proprietor?
Yes.
we'll make it in there.
I've got a bottle kill.
Oh, hold on. Don't kill it.
Just draw.
Oh, I'm not going to kill it. I'm just saying it's ready for a kill after
I'm
this
just
pour,
close.
especially.
I wish I had more of
You
those.
can just do it. It's sort of.
You know what's? Here's the crazy thing. So this has been. I haven't been really messing with these much because I didn't have very many, right? So I kind of let them be, and they were all down. Like the last few were all down. I've got like I don't know 4 or 5 of them over there. And they're all down about like this, dude. They got so much better. It's crazy how good these things got.
They were good for
Crazy.
the start too. Fuck, I miss those things.
Dude, where are they? Where have they gone? Like, dude, this. Like, I feel like Barton in general has kind of been a little bit absent the last couple of years. Like they used to be everywhere with this.
No. They're not absent. It's just all going to Costco and what's the other big grocery store that's doing their own whiskey now?
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, Trader Joe's. It's going to that shit.
Fuck, because I love these like I like the Sam Houstons. I like these. I like the fucking.
Yeah, they got rid of. Well, not rid of. They ran out of that high age stuff.
Yeah.
See, this stuff just turned into freaking butterscotch. sitting
Oh,
there.
dude, I love
Oh,
these. This was the good one too. This was the
Yeah, buddy.
135.5 barrel 56.
135.5.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, this one's 131.9. This was barrel one. Gone. Gone. And it's so good.
Yeah, anything
That was
over
a
like
big
130 with them was like freaking killer.
Yeah, dude, they were just so good. They're good. Even you can still get the holiday toast though. That still
Oh, that's a
holiday.
great bottle. That is a great bottle.
Christine, what is that?
Riggleman Reserve, Virginia
Virginia
bourbon.
Shane should know.
Yep. That's from Silverback.
That's right. Silverback.
Christine.
That's a mother-daughter distillery.
Yeah.
And they have two distilleries. There's one in
I think Christine signed it.
West Virginia, and then there's one is it in Pennsylvania? There's like two distilleries. I don't remember where the two are.
Yeah, I think the other one's in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I got that bottle from David from Whiskey Row.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I was on camera. I almost started taking clothes off.
Whoa, now.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh yeah. Dude, I love those Bartons, man. They are so fucking good. That is really good.
Yeah.
That Proprietor did a good job, man. Those things used to just fly off the shelf.
Well, it took a while, and then once everyone found out about them, because when they first came out, they were like $80, and then once everyone found out about them, they just freaking
Yeah, they were like all of a sudden you're getting them off their site for like 180.
yeah.
Z-Man was like fucking Irish goodbye. See ya.
Mm-hmm. He's out of Buffalo Trace.
It's like, oh, tired.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done. It's 7:20 here. I'm 90. Just kidding, Z-Man. I love you. Just kidding, Z-Man. God, he's cussing at me right now. He's gonna jump on and chew me out. Yeah, Women of Whiskey, Michelle and Adriana. I was on a plane coming back from New Jersey when they were live until the very end, but they've been doing some pretty fun streams lately. I watched the replay.
I need to go on there again. I need to.
You're not invited on there, Shane. You're not a girl.
I'm not gonna go on. I mean to watch.
Oh,
I can be like hiding behind the bushes and just like peek and watch,
oh, fair.
I
Yeah.
think that's a crime.
like I did when I was in high school. You know,
The only way
There's no black
men are allowed on that stream is if we're being objectified in Women of Whiskey tights.
You mean with
no.
the bulge?
I'm just saying, if you check out the Livewire whiskey ones, they're for men. They have the cup
Mm-hmm.
or the pocket. Just saying.
Bro, these
Yeah.
are so good.
True, Mr. Mom. Yeah, he's cussing.
I'm down to 3 bottles of the 14-year left. Damn it.
You're down to 3 bottles of the what?
I've been
Of
at
the
zero
which?
for a bit. I gotta
Of the 14-year proprietor.
Oh, yeah. I've got
Struck a good bottle.
Yeah, I think I have 3 bottles of the proprietor, 2 Lucky Toast, well, one's a backup, and I got a Frenchman, which was not nearly as impressive.
Yeah. I think I got one of those too, but I think someone like left it here. You know, they brought it for like a bottle share and left it. And they're like, nah, I don't want it. It's good. You can stay here.
Yeah,
Yeah, those things are crazy. They kind of
I
remind
didn't
me
think
of
that was funny. I didn't think it was funny or accurate, Adriana.
Groot.
Oh, come on now.
Groot.
I don't know what you mean. Brew has no hair.
So, Darrell, did you happen to get your hands on a 24D stag?
Funny thing, right? Those used to just pop up all the time over here. The last stag that I seen in the store that I got was batch 18.
Whoa!
Yeah, I have. Well, let me put it this way: the last one I seen at retail at the stores that I normally go to was batch 18. I can go buy one now, but they want $300 or some shit. You know, like who's doing that? Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, like the place I used to get them from. Granted, I kind of passed on them to get better stuff, but I haven't really had a chance to just get one. It's been a bit.
Huh.
Yeah, I got to try them. Like Kelsey sent me, I think. So I had 18, which he ended up sending me that anyway. But he sent me 18. Then what was it, like 20? I think they went to like 21 A, B, or whatever after that. But he sent me up until that point, which was like 6 different batches. All pretty good besides one, and I can't remember which one I didn't like. It wasn't really good at all. So, buddy, fix what? What's wrong with your tablet? Sorry.
24B was fantastic. The rest of them, A and C, were but B was really.
Yeah, there was one I had. I do not know. I wish I freaking took notes. But yeah, one was. It wasn't good. Like, I don't know what this stat. Like, it just didn't hit whatsoever.
So I have a question here because I'm calling bullshit.
On.
Adriana claims. Notice she didn't say I waited.
Waited hours in the snow for stag.
So you're saying you think it was Nick?
I'm saying Nick waited hours in the snow for stag, but missed it by 2 people.
Nick, is it?
I believe she posted a picture somewhere because I remember seeing it.
Tell Nick I need a grilled cheese. Shit. Next time we see each other, grilled cheeses.
Livewire Whiskey found a hidden shed / bar that has E.H. Taylor, Stag, and tons more for $16 for 2 ounces.
Dude, we have a bar not that far from here called The Pickle, and on Wednesdays you go there and you get a top shelf pour, and you get a dozen wings for free, and a top shelf, and you pay, and then once every 3 months they'll do one Wednesday night. It'll be half price, and you get half price top shelf pours, and you get a dozen wings.
Dude, a dozen wings are more expensive than a Stag Junior pour in general now. Fucking a dozen wings are fucking expensive now.
Heaven Hill 18. They've got. They had all the B-Tacs. Like, you can get all those pours. And here's the prices: a B-Tac 2-ounce pour was $18.
Damn.
So you get that and a dozen wings, $18.
What's the most you've ever paid for an individual for a single pour?
$44. Well, no, that's not right. That's not right.
How do I kick him? I can't kick him. He's an admin.
$80.
I would say $44, but there was one time that was a very exceptional. It was for a specific reason that I paid a lot for a Pappy 25. But other than that, it's
I bought Parker's Heritage for $100 at the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah, see, I did the Parker's Heritage Double Oak for $44
with Tommy D. Have you had the new Parker? Oh yeah, you did. You have the new Parkers, don't you?
What, the malt?
Yeah, the single malt.
Really damn good. Really damn good.
I don't like Heaven Hill's malt, man. Personally, I love Heaven Hill, but
dude, Dave Co didn't call me with shit this year. Fuck them. I mean, granted.
And they're like, Mike didn't buy shit this year. Fuck him.
Dude, I spent $4,000 at Daveco this year.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I realize is not that much in the grand scheme of spenders at a liquor store. So I realize it's not that much. But yeah, I bought almost every one of their dude. I bought fucking just for everybody else. I bought like 8 of those fucking Hershes.
Yeah. Which you still have 2 of them.
I gotta send you your 2.
And my hat.
Oh, and your hat. Maybe I'll trade you those 2 Hershes for like the other 2 bottles that I didn't buy.
Okay, we can work something out.
Yeah,
we can do that. And I got your Steve here too.
Oh, and Steve. Yeah, I gotta pay for that.
Yeah. That's $60 or something, $3 or something.
With
Yeah,
Steve.
those Hirsch's were pretty fucking good though. Now I want to find somebody else that has those.
Steve is Stranahan's pick.
Dude, there is something about drinking Stranahan's when you're playing Call of Duty. It just makes the world
Yes.
right.
Call it.
It does, man.
Stranahan just picks a nice.
I have to reset up the old guys gaming.
Yeah, we got to do that again.
The whatever it's called, the
The Twitch stream.
Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
OBS.
Yeah. So I'm going to be traveling a little bit more, unfortunately, which means I'm going to be available to do more gaming, I think, because I'll have a lot
Yeah,
of.
you got to get a gaming laptop, dude. You'd be fine.
Got it. I'm done. Got it.
Yeah.
So we need to do that. It'll be a good distraction for me.
Dude, I'm about to get a Mac Mini. Have you seen those new fucking Mac Minis that are like $700? They're fucking awesome, dude. They're like this big.
Yeah.
Not for gaming though. It'd just be something to piss my money away at.
Yeah, of course. It's better than whiskey. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That is false.
That
I
is
did just. I gotta say this quietly because Frankie doesn't know that I bought it. But I bought the new. We have to do so many notes at this company I'm at now. So I bought the Kindle Scribe. So we'll see how that works. I get that tomorrow. It's gonna be here. It's sort of like the Remarkable. Have you seen the Remarkable tablets
Yeah,
that are
Remarkables
like
are really nice.
Yeah, what do they call it? I forget the type of ink that they use. It's like a fuck. It has a specific word. Remarkable has it. The Scribe has it. There's a couple of others that even like the Paperwhite comes with it, and it's shit. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I got one of those.
Is it it's not indelible, right?
No, it's a type of. It's basically ink in the computer screen. So that's how they do it with those to make it work instead of because they're not like full color like an iPad is or whatever.
I've been using more and more AI for meeting notes and we've got. I find that is just doing an amazing job. Like every meeting now, AI Scribe running.
Dude, so I have to do trip reports, right? So basically they just because they're always measuring activity now when you work from home for everybody, right? But for me, they want to make sure I'm meeting with customers, and so we do trip reports because they want to make sure we're maximizing the meeting. We're asking questions that can lead to other projects that the customer has, et cetera, right? Yeah, it's kind of like e-ink. I don't remember exactly, but anyway, so we have this thing. So companies that are doing AI like ChatGPT, they don't want you to use their data in ChatGPT because ChatGPT has access. Once you upload the details, they have access to all that. Not necessarily that they're looking at you specifically, but all of your information is up there. So basically the key is all of these large language models are trying to bring them in-house so you can have the capabilities of ChatGPT, but something that you're only using in-house, right? So it's not being leveraged outside of house. So you have your IP, right? Your own technology. So we built our own ChatGPT. And so now I record my meetings in Teams, right? So you hit the little transcribe button and it'll go and record everything. It notifies both sides if that's what you have to do, depending on the state you're talking in, right? Sometimes most states you only have to do one side, but some states require notification on both sides. But then I just plug it in and it builds my whole fucking
trip report. Awesome. Yep.
Dude, it talks about action items at the end. We had to go in and build the app for the model. And then it goes out and comes back with all my action items, summary of all the, key points, any follow-ups we have to do. Shit's crazy. Cool. And so you can take ChatGPT type product, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it's not about reducing the number of jobs, although that is a side effect of it. But I can take Mike Stahl and make him cover 1.5 times the number of meetings because he doesn't have to go in and be as involved as he was, right? Like it makes me more efficient. I'm not wasting my time summarizing everything. Fucking Chat GPT summarizes everything for us.
It's worked out really well for me just because of a lot of the foreign people I'm dealing with. So there's a lot of Chinese speakers in my meetings, and I don't understand anything they're saying. So
Interesting fact. Did you know there's no such thing as a language called Chinese?
now it's Mandarin, but Chinese simplified.
Yeah, I knew you were saying it because most of us are not as advanced as I am.
You kind of be. But the point being, like, I can sit in a meeting with anybody, and it doesn't matter what language they're speaking. It's transcribing it. What's up, Chris?
Hey, John.
Your nipples hard right now because it's cold as shit there.
Yeah, it's only 5 below you. It's gonna get 10
5
tonight.
below. Fucking
Only
hell.
5. Jeez.
We're gonna be pushing 20 below tomorrow night.
Nice.
Yeah, we're supposed to be at like negative 25 wind chill, but only at like minus 12.
Like I said to somebody yesterday, I will take 20 below above earthquakes, wildfires, hurricanes, floods.
Yeah, because at 20 below, I can have an ice rink in my front yard, and I could skate around
Yeah.
and have a good old time.
Yeah.
Well, you can always put a blanket on. You can't take the fire off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather not have. Was that Angel's Envy there, John Cran?
Yeah, I'm actually cracking this now. It's a Christmas present I finally got last week for my brother. It's the
Wait.
triple look.
Oh, the triple oak.
Before you pour it, take a quick tug.
All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Crazy.
There it is.
It's like, all right.
So
Why not?
interestingly, it froze to me on StreamYard, but on YouTube it didn't freeze. That was kind of cool.
Why did that taste like one of the first bottom shelf bourbons that I started drinking here?
Oh, geez. Bottom shelf?
Ugh.
No, but you know when
Bottom
when you first start drinking bourbon and you start drinking Jim Beam and Woodford, and there's that dusty kind of, I don't know what. I haven't tasted that in years though. That's
Why do you have to boil it?
Blow some water.
because if
Well,
you throw
water
it in the
don't
air,
like
it'll freeze
that, it'll
before it hits
just-
the ground.
Yeah.
But if you boil it, does it have to be boiling to do that, or would it do it otherwise?
Oh.
So if it's that temperature, it'll freeze into ice before it hits the ground.
Oh man. Yeah, Greg's correcting you even further, Shane.
Greg is still awake.
Cantonese is spoken in China.
Hey, and speaking of Greg, how'd your team do last night, Greg? Oh, I'm sorry. We beat them.
But Cantonese is Cantonese, and I would have said Cantonese because it's a different language altogether.
When I was in the temple, it was all Cantonese.
Oh,
When we spoke,
yeah.
it was Cantonese, but most of the time we were not supposed to speak.
But it was sign language, though, so it's Cantonese sign language.
Can they do
Yeah.
sign language? I feel like that's still speaking. You know,
Uh-huh.
like those monks that do that take the vow of silence or whatever. I'm not sure they can. They've got to do some sort of sign language. It might not be like official sign language, but it's
Probably
like
just like eye movement, like
you go and you steal someone's rice when they're eating, and you know you're getting the middle finger. That's sign language.
yep.
Okay, second pour tastes much better.
Oh, look at you, William Hall.
William
He's
Hart
so
coming
smart.
with the facts.
Dropping it like
Fucking
it's hot.
science is cool. Josh Fritz is not impressed with your Angel's Envy, John.
I've never loved one.
I think he's calling it triple puke, not triple oak.
I'm just saying, at Christmas time, Angel's Envy Rye is
Yeah.
kind of a hitter.
I did have a sample of a cast strength from Jay Sells. That was really good.
Oh,
Dude, that Lucky 7 was the right move. I like that shit.
those ones are decent. Yeah. Lucky 7, I wish. Closest I got, it's like ECBP. Did I?
That's sad, isn't it?
I'll find a way. I know a
I'll
few.
find a way.
I know a few people that got them lingering around, man. I got
Of course.
some trades.
It's so funny. You can tell which ones were the best ones that I had because those two are the ones that are gone. And then the other three, one's about half full. The other two are about right below the shoulder. So, but I'm telling you, them sitting, they just went super dusty butterscotch. So I'm excited to see what those other ones taste like.
I'm gonna try a little Angels Envy Idaho batch since Michelle was lurking in chat. It was fun. I won it on Women of Whiskeys. Did I tell you I saw the Mountain Angel fucking 12-year and walked past it without thinking?
You idiot!
Goddamn, Stranahan's Mountain Angel 12 was fire. Shane and I were hunting for it, and then one day I'm walking through Daveco, and I was like, "Oh, the 12 years here," and I had completely forgot that was the one we were searching for.
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Cash strength, the 12-year.
No, it wasn't cast.
No, it's not
But
cast strength.
it was ridiculous. What was the finish on that thing? It was like, was it sherry or something?
Yeah, it was one finish. I can't remember.
Oh my God. It was
So Mountain Angel is their like yearly special release that they do once a year, but we're like talking to them. I'm like doing everything I can. I'm like, dude, you got some hidden back there. Like when we're at the distillery, they're like, we are out. And so I'm talking to the bartender. I'm like, I'm going to go find out. And I walk out to the distillery people and I'm like, bartender said you could be holding an extra 12 for me. And they're like, bartender is wrong.
We don't have shit. No, the Snowflake is the annual one. This Mountain Angel is the new thing that they've come out with, which is their ultra aged stuff.
They do Snowflake at like Thanksgiving time. It's like their holiday pour. The Mountain Angel is like their new aged version. So it's the higher age ones.
Cram.
Like a high age.
John, you dick.
To be specific, it was 100 feet. He was 100 feet away. He was over 100 feet away.
Yeah. I did not violate probation.
Who was that? Oh, that was John? Oh, fuck.
What's up, Whiskey Rocks? Jump in here. Just get in here. It's fine.
Exactly.
You know, we could use, I don't know, Adriana, Michelle, Emily, somebody.
Adriana.
I don't blame the ladies for not wanting to be part of this.
That's awful.
It's been a while. I haven't seen Adriana. Just seen Michelle last week, but I haven't seen Adriana.
Josh Fritz, that's pretty decent.
Wow.
Yeah, I will say, like, there is some like weird note to any Angels Envy bourbon that I've had. I can't put my finger on what that note is. It's almost
Not good. Yeah, that's
no, it's not bad. Like, it's not off-putting. It's just not great.
yeah, not good.
Really good. Nice.
There's I've had
not
some-
good is the better way of putting it. It's not bad. It's just not
just
good
not-
either.
Yeah, I've had some single barrels that were really good, but the only reason they're really good is because they're so unique. Like I get peanut brittle, if you like peanut brittle,
I do.
like a really strong peanut brittle. It's crazy.
I kind of get that now that you say that, but I'm influenced a lot in my notes.
Actually, I get dog turds and oh, wow, I'm getting that right
I'm
now.
getting the dog turd right now. Stop fucking with me.
Which barrel was that? Was that the Ruh-Roh barrel or what?
Man, yeah, bro. Dude, I just remember like we posted a video when Adriana was out visiting. We were up by the Pooter Canyon, the river here, and we're doing like a Kentucky owl or something like that. And like I'm like, oh, I like that. This is pretty good. And she starts dropping notes, and I'm like, yes. Came up with absolutely no notes on my own except for like, caramel. It's like, ooh, there's a caramel note to that. No shit. In a bourbon? Fuck it. Oh,
Gil.
holy
Oh.
shit.
Is that a barrel select?
Sagamore, Barrel Select, Virginia Pick.
Oh, okay.
At least it was.
It's going now.
She gone.
Oh,
There's
damn, son. You killed that like, can't think of what
Don't
you
even go there. Too soon.
yeah.
You were going to say something about the California wildfires. I know it. Stop it.
No, I was not. I have so a friend of mine came with us last week, met us out in New Jersey, and he was 2 miles away from the evacuation zone, which puts you about 5 miles from the actual fire itself. But he was definitely not in a good headspace, thinking about his wife being at home, fully packed.
It's a mess. Look, it's so bad there. Like, they're really seriously concerned that California is going to turn Republican. Like, that's a legitimate conversation that's going on right
Pretty
now.
sure that would never happen.
I'm just saying, man. There's a lot. It's crazy.
It's just like the thing that got me right was like the field mice thing, and the reason they didn't do fire breaks, right? Did you hear this? Was part of it, right? Like they stopped doing the fire breaks because it was the migration of these field mice, which, by the way, they're not endangered. They're not only in that location in the world, just happened to be right there. And then there was another one where it was like
the smell.
Yeah, the smell. I mean, that was the dams and all that stuff too. But there was also the weed. What's the milkweed? You know, the milkweed.
Yeah, like a milk ditch or something.
Yeah, it was like this milkweed thing that was like they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to impact the milkweed. And I'm like, it's a fucking weed, dude. Like it's everywhere. Like I have milkweed.
A weed is a plant that you don't want.
I had milkweed in my gut. Well, the milkweed do attract like monarch butterflies and shit like that. But I have milkweed in my window well, and I sprayed the shit out of that with Weed Be Gone. I'm just saying, like I did not want it around. My neighbor though, she's got like an old natural yard, which every neighbor around here hates, but it's elevated, so HOA doesn't find out about it. And so she like grows milkweed like it's her flowers. Which, by the way, milkweed flowers are super pretty. They are really pretty. When we go off-roading, we see them all the time. And when they're fully blooming, amazingly beautiful purple flowers. But yeah, the milkweed was part of it too. And I guess that's what gets me is like milkweed's dead because it burned up and the mice are dead because they burned up. So you really didn't help anybody.
Right.
No, that's why fire breaks and getting the dead shit off the ground is very important.
Yeah, Mr. Mom, that's the theory, and it's not even about politics, right? Like I feel like some of this stuff is so driven by politics. It shouldn't even be politics. Like it should be, we have to protect people's homes.
Yep.
Fire management is science, and it's been the Native Americans did it years and years ago.
That's the reason we have forest fires, because they don't clean up the brush.
Yeah. So honestly, what Slapshot was talking about in California, the Native Americans in California, whatever they call it, indigenous people, used to do their own version of controlled burns before we had all this technology to control it, because they knew that if it got out of hand, it was going to ruin the water. It was going to ruin, their ability to grow things. It was crazy.
Yeah. And when you burn, the native stuff comes back and the invasive stuff goes away.
Yeah, there's no shortage of weed here. Dude, like my back was hurting.
You got that. Okay.
Yeah, so today my back was hurting. And so, I had the dispensary a few weeks ago just for days my back hurts. So I'm not taking like opiates, trying to get pain pills. And I went and I got this like edible. It was just a gummy and it's like super small. It's mostly CBD, but it had like 1 gram of THC or some shit like that in it. I am like laying down to watch football, just like nodding off like fucking crazy. I'm like, I need to start drinking more because everything hits me super hard right now because I don't drink very often. It was supposed to be CBD. Like it was supposed to be a CBD thing to just help my back. Oh yeah, I bet you Joss taught you a lot about this fire stuff. Yeah, it's crazy shit. And I hate it. Oh, Greta Thunberg, we must preserve the field mice. Yeah. Fuck your house.
Yeah.
When I was 18, graduated high school, that was my career path I chose. And then I got turned down my recent knee surgery was while firefighting.
Dude, that is like, I love the mountains and I would totally do it to help people and just be in the mountains, but I'm like really fucking old now. I feel like I wouldn't be very effective. Like, you want me to walk
No.
up that hill?
Yeah, not now.
I could pee on the fire like that. I'm pretty good at.
Can we
Yeah.
drive that hill? Like, do I have to walk? Can we just drive up there? I feel like it's
Yeah.
more efficient.
Yeah, that was years ago, Mike, when I was 18, not 3 weeks from 50.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What's
That
up?
means,
Whack.
what's up, Whack Tech? That means
What's
the
up?
next time Livewire goes live, it'll be your birthday. No, a week
That's sick.
before your birthday.
No, he's got the same birthday as me.
Shane knows. February 6th.
That's right.
What's your birthday?
February 6th.
Thursday before the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Yes.
Couple weeks.
Dude, we're going to have a birthday stream next Livewire.
I'll be in Florida
Booyah!
for his meetup.
Oh, never mind then. Fuck you.
Does that mean people in LA will just have field mice to eat after their grocery stores burned down?
Oh, jeez.
And,
Already cooked.
and avocado toast, actually. Avocado
They're
toast.
already cooked, John. They're already
Yeah.
cooked.
Literally.
I do hate that regardless of your politics, I hate that people get so fucked in that situation. I will tell you, like, this is, and it doesn't matter how much money you have, like, you can't prepare for that. I mean, to an extent, right? Like, you can't prepare for that. But I will say, like, everybody that owns their house here, or rents for that matter, talk to your insurance agent every year. Like, it is the biggest problem that your house catches on fire. You haven't gone through and talked to your insurance agent. You still have, all of your insurance from 10 years ago.
Mhm.
And you just keep repaying, you keep paying every month, every year in your impound account. Don't think about it. And all of a sudden something like this happens and you're not covering, your structure, right? You just don't have, that's the biggest problem that happened here when we had those fires in Boulder. Was it just people didn't have adequate coverage? It wasn't that they didn't have fire insurance. If you have adequate coverage, we don't need nearly the charity drives that everybody has put forth to help pay for these things. It's just, that is where the problem lies is, they don't have the coverage and then shit burns down and you're like, fuck.
Well, they don't have the coverage because a whole bunch of insurance companies dropped tens, like State Farm alone, dropped tens of thousands of fire insurance policies right before these latest wildfires happened.
But, like, in fairness, they're kind of eating their own dog food at this point, right? Like, when you start making, policy on not putting fire breaks in because you're protecting field mice, like, whatever you want to say about insurance companies, I'm not defending insurance companies. They are a for-profit, industry. But that being said, they are for-profit, and you're not requiring fire breaks. You're not. They do it in Colorado with people that build their houses in the fucking mountains and under the trees.
But
You know what I
wasn't
mean?
part
Like,
of this in California a state law, though, that they couldn't raise premium based on risk?
No, yes. So,
I
like,
thought that was a big
USAA,
part
for
of State
example,
Farm.
my niece works for USAA, and USAA does not do homeowners insurance outside of a metro area in California anymore.
Mhm.
They can't, because they're the government can't handcuff a for-profit industry, right? A private entity, if you want to call it that. They handcuff them, and then all of a sudden they can't. They're putting them out of business. They're doing it with the power companies too. Same thing is happening with all the private power companies in California. The regulations are saying you can't do this, and this, and then they're pushing everybody to solar, for example, so they don't have the revenue to go fix the power lines that are going through the fucking shrubs in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden you have fire that kicks off and blows into the city. Like, that was the thing. Like, San Diego Gas and Electric used to be a customer of mine, and they're like, dude, they keep handcuffing us. Like, they have to, for example, when solar, and I'm kind of tipsy now, so if I fuck this up, excuse me. But solar. So when customers went solar in San Diego, they're still hooked up to the grid, right? So anytime they produced more power than they actually consumed, it went into San Diego Gas and Electric, right? The regulations in California required San Diego Gas and Electric to buy that power at retail cost, not at wholesale, not at below wholesale. So when they resold it to the neighbor who didn't have solar, they made $0 per watt. All they did was provide all the infrastructure, the ability for the neighbor to be able to leverage that power, and then they resold it for the exact same price they paid for it. Right? So they could not, like, even though they were doing all this additional management and all this additional stuff, the regulations stopped them from being able to actually make money on it. It's pretty crazy how over-regulation works. It's really pretty remarkable how you're protecting.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm done.
Oh, I was thinking maybe they should not be building houses on top of each other in these canyons to start with.
Yeah, dude, it's I'll be honest, like my house was right next to a canyon. There were a couple times fires were raging through San Diego, not nearly like what they're doing in LA. I don't want to make it sound like that. It was close though. Like there were hundreds of houses that burned down, but you're like, it's never going to hit me, right? Where I'm at. Like I've got 2 blocks protecting me from this canyon.
Sorry.
Even though I'm on top of a hill, but in LA, dude, that shit just rolled through the neighborhood. It didn't fucking care. Yeah, I don't know. I always say politics in general and all this finance stuff is way smarter than I am. You know, and I feel like we all want similar things. We just don't agree on how to get there. That's the biggest thing I see with politics in general. Like we want everybody to have health insurance. We just don't agree with how you pay for that. You know, nobody wants somebody with cancer to not get treatment. Nobody agrees on how they go about getting that, you know, treatment, you know, how we pay for that treatment. That's kind of
exactly, Dave, what we're saying.
Yep. Yeah, you can't. I mean, all the aircraft were grounded for a couple of days because of those winds.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see that fucking fire plane from Canada that got hit with a drone?
Yeah.
I was about to bring that up. I think that's one of the most infuriating things during this whole outbreak of wildfires. Is some ass clown flew a drone in the middle of the firefighting efforts, crashed it into one of the Canadian water bombers that came down to help us, and grounded it for a number of days while they fixed it. What the fuck are you thinking?
It
was probably- It was probably
in the wing.
But there's been drone operators that have been flying around car accidents, and first responder helicopters can't land because these drones are flying around.
Okay.
It's like, how do you get the person to the hospital if you're worried about some asshole with his drone?
Yeah, but I need my viral videos, bro.
Yeah.
That's beyond rubberbanding. That's interfering with the first responder activity.
What you got there, Mikey? Oh shit!
A little sexual.
I was going to be done.
What is that?
You pulled out.
When
Damn.
sexual chocolate.
The
Driftless.
story time.
Is that Rock?
One of the story times
I
from
think
like
it was one of their
2-3 years
first
ago.
2 picks, if I'm not mistaken.
I've never even seen that bottle.
This is the bourbon. I'll send you a sample, Jarrell. You'll like this.
Yeah, that was the.
Do you like Driftless?
I love Driftless, yeah.
Oh, this was when they were doing the smaller barrels, the 30-gallon barrels.
Oh, shit.
The Driftless picks were the first picks you did, right, Shane?
Yeah, I mean, technically it was Christmas and Thanksgiving, but yes, it's the
124 proof.
Then we got this bad boy.
That's how much I have left.
Who's that one? Oh,
That's a Driftless rye. Oh wow.
I never got the rye.
Yeah, this one was a short barrel, and we had a couple get broke in shipping, so it was ultra short.
Should I compare the two?
I heard
There's really no comparison because Kingslayer really destroys it. Sexual Chocolate's really good, but Kingslayer is just on another level.
You said
I
the
had
books
the
are
Kingslayer
Rise of
there
Bourbons.
at your house there when I visited Shane.
Yeah, it's a beast all its own. This is an interesting one that I picked up. It's 10-year beam from River Roots, but it's like crazy beam, like peanuts to the hilt.
Ooh, cork.
So crazy. It's good. It's really good, but it's just if you like that peanut, nope.
Dude, the cork on this was tight.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Those were
Yeah.
both bourbons or rye. Sorry,
What's that?
the Driftless. They were bourbons or rye. Sorry.
One of each.
One of each. One bourbon.
Dragon
one rye.
Slayer. So Dragon Slayer, we actually did. That's the rye, right?
Kingslayer.
Kingslayer, yeah.
Oh, Kingslayer. Yeah, Kingslayer. Sorry, Kingslayer was the rye. Shits and I actually did a blind against.
Yeah.
We did Michter's Barrel Strength. We did the Jack Daniel's rye.
Ooh.
Barrel Strength rye. The original Jack Daniel's.
The Heritage Series.
Yeah, the Heritage
God,
Series.
chocolate is so good, bro.
And
I haven't
it
drank
came in
forever.
second. Like it actually, I mean, but it was obvious what it was. So that was,
Yeah.
it was obvious that it was driftless and not one, a random rye.
Mm.
Damn.
Sexual Chocolate's the only driftless I've had.
I mean, driftless definitely has kind of its own,
Yeah.
like you kind of know what it is when you taste it a lot of times.
Time to feel repeated.
Yeah, that profile is distinct.
Yeah,
but
profile. That was the word I was thinking of.
Mhm.
still tough sometimes with those.
I don't know that I've had a bad driftless though. I feel like they're always pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm.
The shelfers are not that great, but the barrel picks.
Kind of like the Jepson's shelfers are like, but you get the barrel strength and you're like, that was a good buy.
Yeah.
Come on, that Malort's good stuff, Mike.
Fuck Malort, dude. That shit
Oh,
is
yeah,
the worst.
not.
Bottle chug.
No, thank you.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't hate myself that much.
See, I just
Well,
opened
not yet tonight.
one of the two bottles that Chug and Malort got me from Mike that night we were at Shane's house.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That Friday at Fred's, that was courtesy. That's my backup that Mike bought me for chugging that Malort.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I remember that. And Jim, you haven't done a bottle chug yet.
Get out of here.
Hey,
Saying.
Josh Fritz, I'm only kidding about that shit. My wife drinks it without making a face, but I hate that shit.
Yep. She actually was like, "Oh, that's not too bad."
hmm
God,
Shit,
sexual-
I only chugged it to get a bottle. That's why it's still sitting over there.
Yeah. And then your wife is like, "Oh, I like Malort." I'm like, "Dude, your wife is crazy."
See, I should have bargained that night. I should have went, Mac, if she does it, I get 10 bottles.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh shit! Is that the corn whiskey finished in bitters, cherry bitters?
No, this is a malted bourbon.
Oh wow. Okay.
So this is the MGP 51 corn 49 malt hash bill.
Wow.
Malted
you.
rye.
One of my favorite tater stickers.
Oh, there you go, Reggie.
Reggie White.
Yep.
Reggie.
The Wisconsin
49% malted what?
Wisconsin.
Oh, barley. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you can have malted rye, you can have malted corn.
I don't think malted corn would be that good. I feel like it would lose its sweetness if you malted it.
I don't know. I like corn on the cob in the summer. It's just the greatest.
Mm. But you eat corn on the cob the long way, so
Wrong way, huh?
It's called flipping, and it's a real thing.
Okay. I'm glad my mouth
Grab.
is empty of whiskey.
The
It
Whiskey
is-
Tube cornhole champion.
For the record, it's a competitive eating method, not something.
fair enough.
Kobayashi.
Oh, dude, that guy was
No.
crazy. He was like that skinny Japanese guy that kept eating hot dog contests.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eating
I
them
like
all day.
Whoppers, right? Aren't Whoppers malted milk balls?
Yep.
They
Yeah.
are. Those are fantastic.
Yes, they are. Terrell, that's one of my
Jack
favorites.
Daniel's single malt. That's what that reminded me of. Freaking chocolate
Mm.
Whopper.
Oh, I love Whoppers.
Those and Milk Duds, man. I can smoke some Milk Duds. And
Milk
Dude,
Duds.
Milk
too.
Duds will
They get
fucking
stuck in
take
the
your
teeth of it.
yeah. Milk Duds will take your crown off, dude.
no, dude, you just got to take your time with them. You can't just be so aggressive.
Oh my god! Remember those what are those candies that you brought, Shane? That you got from Canada?
The sugar baby.
Oh, the Macintosh toffees.
Yeah. Remember when Tommy D takes a bite and he pulls it out and his tooth is stuck on his crown was he's like, oh, that's just full crown right
Even
now.
how they read, too.
That shit was unedible. It was, you cannot eat that.
Right.
Like-
you can. You got to take your time.
That's funny.
Oh, dude, I need immediate gratification. Like
Obviously.
when I eat the Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop, it's like,
That's why,
How many
Mike,
licks
that's
can I
why you had the nickname One Pump Chump in high school.
that's true. That's true. Hey, it was all about me. In high school, it's all about what you saw in porn movies.
That's right. Well, porn
Jim
wasn't
knows
as
what I'm talking about.
porn movies when I was in high school. You had to have VHS or Beta. Like you weren't seeing porn movies any other way.
And a friend
Yeah,
who was
you had to adjust the tracking on the VHS.
Yeah. It was really about Skinamax and watching through the snow and trying to adjust it so you
Well,
could
yeah.
see a little bit of boobies.
Oh yeah,
When you first got cable, you had to up down the channel and hope the channel came in and you saw a
you got a nipple.
yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god! I saw this thing. I gotta see if I
Slow
can. Still
down,
find it.
buddy.
It was on Instagram Reels, and it was this dude that oh no, it's not going to show up. But it was this guy that got a tattoo, and he got a tattoo of a woman topless, and he put his nipple in place of her nipple in the tattoo. Do you know what I'm saying? So it showed her breast, but instead of tattooing one of her nipples, it was just his nipple. It was the craziest fucking thing. I'm like, dude, I don't think I want to look at a breast ever again. It bothered me. What bottle? Josh, what are you talking about? Oh, that's what she
He
said.
was talking to me
Oh, okay.
for the
Mind your
short
peace,
shot of
Mike.
Malort. My Malort shot got me that bottle, the extra bottle of Friday at Fred's. So I'd take it again if there was any of those left because that bottle is fucking fabulous.
There might be a couple still up here for the years up.
I do feel bad, Shane, that you've been to my house, 2 or 3 times since I've been to your house.
Yeah. And how many times have you been to my house?
Just once.
Just
I never
once.
get invited. I never get invited.
That is bullshit. That's right, though.
What meetup are you going to do this year, Jim? You going to come to Colorado?
Maybe.
That was a no.
That's a
Just
hard.
say-
Nothing shakeout.
Maybe my ass, Jim.
Jim, just say, Stall, I am not going to meet you in person. That's all you had to say.
I'm not saying no to any.
Just
yeah,
know
anyone
you
can
should
do
lock the
January.
door if you go to Stahl's house. That's all you got to
Yeah, just no. I will let you sleep under the pool table, if you know what I mean.
know.
I have no idea what that means. I was just trying to be.
Ball corner pocket. I'll just tell you that.
If you
I'd
hear
always
somebody
gotta be the-
chalking their cue late at night, run.
Yeah.
God. Was it Greta
Oh,
Thunberg at the time?
Yeah, maybe it was Greta Thunberg.
Thunberg.
I feel like she's just angry. I feel like working for the environment doesn't make you happy, for the record.
Super angry. Super angry. Yeah, so angry.
But she's also a millionaire.
Probably.
Yep.
I don't know how she doesn't have a job, but
Yeah, but when she got drug out of the street, I enjoyed it.
Let's look.
If she a vegan, I'd be miserable too.
Probably.
Just
My
saying.
food eats what vegan food eats.
So
Yeah,
according
poops
to
on your
X, whatever that,
what'd you
whatever
say, Mike?
according to X, her net worth is estimated at $18 million now.
How? What does she do?
Christ. Nothing.
That's the problem right there. How in the hell does that girl have a net worth of 18 million?
I
Professional
do nothing
concept.
too, and I'm not worth 18 million.
I can think I
God
was the
bless
best.
you, man. Hey, whatever game you play to make $18 million, I don't care.
Oh, I'll cry about the environment and all that shit if somebody wants to pay me 18
Is that
million.
what it
I'll say
takes?
whatever you want to say. I will go on TV and cry big fucking crocodile tears. If you want to pay me
Exactly.
18 million.
For $18 million, not only will I no longer be libertarian, I will go full progressive.
That's right. I will come out of the closet and then go back in it and then come back out again for 18 million.
About time.
For $18 million, I will suck. Never mind.
No.
That's too far. That's too far, Mike.
Just kidding. I don't want to be a millionaire. I lied.
I just want to see these vegans ban diesel tractors and them get their kale.
Oh,
Yeah. They better become friends with the Amish real quick.
You better know how to fucking. What are those things that like that death guy brings that you know
Sickle.
supposed to cut?
Sickle.
Sickle. Yeah, they better learn how to swing a sickle if they're going to be vegetarian with no diesel.
Look, in theory, all these ideas are great, but they're just unfounded, man. They just don't get the whole picture. you know?
So my philosophy is like all of this stuff is outstanding. Electric vehicles, outstanding. Like, you know, all of this, like getting rid of, you know, not having GMO food, all that stuff, completely amazing. But doing it in a year or 2 years or 5 years may not be right.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the problem is, and as much as we try to do things to help the environment, all these things we do to help the environment technically impacts those that don't make as much money more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's
Because,
always a cause and effect. There's always a cause and effect.
yeah, like
But
an
there's
electric
companies like
car.
Monsanto that'll shut everything down.
Yeah, an electric car is great for the environment as long as you're charging it in an effective way. Shut up, Shane. And the as long as you're charging it in a, you know, environmentally friendly way. Problem is, if you are working to make ends meet and have to have a car to get to work, and all of a sudden they're saying you have to buy a car that's $10,000 more.
Mm-hmm. And you got to buy a $1,000 charger.
Yeah,
That
it
battery
becomes
fucking lasts 5 years, and you got to pay 15,000. That's a whole new car.
Well,
yeah, it becomes
the line-
problematic. So
Price is not the issue. The issue is the process of harvesting a nickel for those batteries is the problem. And we don't talk about that because we don't see it because it's so far north. We have no idea how damaging that stuff is to the environment.
Oh, it's
We
so
just-
much worse
we
than
just
mining
all
for
of it.
coal.
Yeah.
Have any of you watched Landman at all?
No.
I have not.
It's a really good show with Tommy Lee Jones on the oil fields in West Texas. YouTube the clip where he lectures the lawyer about how all these
Billy
wood
Bob
cutters
Thornton?
work without fossil fuel.
Oh, dude, I worked for GE developing a 3D printer that was big enough to print turbines for the wind turbines. And I did the calculation with about 80% of the total data that I could get my hands on. It cost 98% of the energy that wind turbine would produce in its life to make it. It's only a net positive of 2%.
and that's only if you can keep it running because they have to turn it off because of birds.
Exactly. So there's
Go pour me some.
in
So I
theory,
was
it's good. How do we get there is the problem. And that's what we've got to figure out.
Yeah, that's I feel like they're all good ideas. You just can't rush it. Like you got to be fully prepared. You got to take the money potential, like
Action.
the money business out of it. Like these businesses are trying to push things too fast because they're trying to get ahead of it. Like I get it, you know, it's a
Well,
capitalist
they want
society.
to capitalize the market. They want to
Yeah,
capitalize the market.
But on the other hand, it's like, you know, we just don't, to be all electric, you don't have the facilities to charge all these cars at once if people are doing road trips, right? Like my wife and I like to do road trips.
No. And all the fire departments are not equipped to put that fucking battery fire out.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's one of the big
That's
problems.
totally-
Those Tesla fires, they burn
No,
for
you-
like 12 hours if the fire
Yeah,
department
you let that
doesn't do the
motherfucker
right
burn,
shit.
bring marshmallows, and fucking have a good time until it goes out.
Yeah. Not to mention the guardrails can't protect a Cybertruck from flying off a fucking bridge because they weigh like 12,000 pounds or some shit like that.
Hey, Mike.
Greg's going to bed. Good night, Greg.
Yeah,
I think
have to get up at 4:40. You know, you get up at 4:40.
440.
that's because he goes to the gym. That guy works out like a fiend.
I mean, you've seen his body.
Look at that guy. Like,
He didn't go to the
Dude,
gym.
he
He goes
looked
to a
amazing
rover
for
workout
90.
with the women, so he can watch the. Well,
Hey, Mike. I did want to share with you. I'm down 15 pounds.
hey, that's pretty good, man.
You said 15
COVID?
or 50?
15.
Oh.
15
Okay.
since November.
You started Wegovy, right? Wegovy?
Ragobi, and we started working out too.
Oh, dude.
So
I ran almost upstairs earlier today.
Cheers.
Holy shit. Like just thinking about it's like a lot of energy. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, does anybody have a Peloton bike? Because I'm thinking of getting a Peloton, actually, for real.
The Turks do.
no.
They're just stupid expensive. Man.
Do they?
Yeah, it's
They're
in the
really expensive.
dining area.
Do they like it? Do they use it?
I don't know. Ethan got a pair of shoes like on the side of the, the thing. I don't know how much he uses. I
Dude,
haven't seen him use it, but it's
For the
there in
record,
middle of the house. So
I would give a bottle of almost any pick for a video of Ethan riding a Peloton. Just for the record.
like he has the clip-in shoes that sit right like on the side of it. So I would imagine he does use it. I just
So I'm thinking like, I mean, a Peloton is like $1,500 or $2,000 or whatever it is. And then you have the subscription every month.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why don't I just get like one of the $500 spin bikes and then do like Apple Fitness that I already do that has spin bike.
Why don't you get a
Things you
bike
can
and
go
go
do.
bike around the neighborhood?
Fuck that,
I mean,
dude. It's fucking negative 12 degrees this morning. I'm not doing that shit in the winter.
The advantage with Peloton is you get a lot of trainers and they're very motivating, and I get all that. It's just really, to me, the cost.
Like $50 a month, but I need to do more now than just watch what I eat. Like I want to go to the next level, be more healthy.
A gym membership would probably be more beneficial.
I have a gym membership and haven't used it in like 2 years.
Okay, well that sounds like numbness.
$150 a month for the family.
hey,
Bro, what are you doing right now? Why are you even on this live? You need to be working out.
For the record, it's out of school and I'm not allowed. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
Kidding.
fair enough.
For the record, that
do
was a
like a
joke.
We
live like
talked about
this.
you walking past a 12-year-old earlier. So
It was,
live pub, but everybody's on Pelotons. Yeah.
yeah, I do feel like
Drunken Blake,
Peloton-
that sounds fun.
Franklin. I heard Mike Franklin loves Peloton. Like he does that shit all the time.
He does. He actually wears like the spandex shorts and the really tight shirt. That's his jam.
I feel like so the problem I have with Peloton is I feel like, you know, those people on Facebook that you're friends, like you've all had them, where it's like for 4 months, 3 months, they're like, I just got done with my Peloton ride and they're all sweaty and gross. And then like 6 months later, it's like crickets. There's nobody using them. They're just
It's
sitting there
like being a Jeep owner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
I hate Jeep owners.
saying?
I miss Bert, dude. Bert was so good.
Bert was cool. But you got to admit, your new truck is bad ass.
Dude, I love Clark.
Mm.
Caitlin Clark.
Griswold is something else.
So I told Adriana how we came up with Grizz, for the record.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, my truck's name is Grizz. So it's the Tremor.
Grizz?
Her name is Grizz, but that's because we wanted to name her Clark after Caitlin Clark,
Kent?
but Adriana hates Caitlin Clark
Why?
because Nick said, "Oh, a cute basketball player," like
Oh yeah,
5 years ago. Which
Jesus.
it's Caitlin Clark. Like, let's be honest, Angel Reese is catching a little more flack than Caitlin Clark about being hot, right? Like, Angel Reese is actually fucking hot. Caitlin Clark is not. Anyway,
In the famous words of Mrs. Chan from Saturday Night Live, she look like a man.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, Caitlin Clark is not the looker, but Adriana hates Caitlin Clark. So we're like, oh, we'll do this as Clark, but we'll pretend it's Clark W. Griswold, like from Christmas Vacation. And then
But it's
we're like,
real.
and it's still Clark, so it's a little too close. So we'll just call her Grizz, like Clark Griswold, but really we mean Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
But only to irritate Adriana so we can have like this little, so we end up calling my truck Grizz. That's where it came from.
Riz is nice.
Dude, I
So
love
nice.
that truck, man. I get in this cold weather. It's like 0 degrees outside. I like start it while I'm taking my shower.
Yeah.
On
Oh
the
yeah.
phone. I go get in it. It's like cozy. I feel like I'm
Oh.
sitting by a fire when I've got that thing.
Daddy.
When I'm in that
Talk to
thing.
Daddy.
Oh. Although I was driving back from Denver last week and I was like, fuck, it's hot in here. Like, why am I sweating so much? I had the seat all the way up.
What are you drinking?
I said, what are you drinking?
What's in your glass?
Milk.
Yeah, Mike, you have the Ford Pass app on your
You're
phone?
on the TV.
Do I have the what?
Do you have the Ford Pass app on your phone?
The porn pass?
Ford.
Ford.
Oh, yeah, Ford Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, so like when I'm in the office and I can start my car from it there.
Dude, so do you know what Blue is? Like what's it called? Blue Pass for Ford? So, you know how Tesla has the self-driving mode that you can pay a subscription for? Same fucking price as the Blue Pass, which my trial just expired. But it only works on the freeways, but it's like self-driving. Dude, I'm like tempted, but it's $500 a year
That's
for the
nothing.
self-driving.
Nothing. $500. Pay that shit.
Dude, like, but
You
I
can
would
actually
pay it.
watch adult videos while you're going down the highway.
No, you can't. Like, Ford is super naggy about it. Like,
No, you
Ford,
just put
it
it
only
on.
goes
No,
up to
no,
80
no, no, no.
miles an
You
hour.
put it in front of you. Put it in front of the speedometer. You put your phone.
listen, it only goes, yeah, true. It only goes 80 miles an hour. And if you're driving into the sun, it can't tell where you're looking and it keeps flashing like eyes on the road, eyes on the road. And I'm like,
Oh. I can't get my eyes anymore on the road.
I'm like, dude, like, and I have to only go 80.
Ugh. It's a
The
hard
speed
life.
limit's 75 on that freeway. So it's like 83 is like common.
I'm just saying,
But
Josh
I
might
will
have.
say, like, for those of you that don't have hands free, I'm just saying, like, driving with that, like, Blue Cruise is what it's called. Like, it only works on like major like freeways and interstates, but like it's pretty nice when you're just like, oh god, it's just nice to sit.
Can
here.
I got to tell you about these cars in China, bro. For real. So I'm over in China and I'm riding around in, I don't know, there's like 3 or 4 different cars I rode around in that were like amazing. Amazing. The detail, the quality was amazing. They self-park, they self-drive too, all that. And the traffic over there is insane and they handle it perfectly. Why the hell do we not have that here? I'm just telling you, it's mind-blowing.
See, I can't get the Wi-Fi to work in my bedroom fucking 50 feet from my router here. I do not trust a car to fucking park me.
We would go down. So our office is on the 10th floor. We go down, and the fucking car is waiting right outside the elevator for us. And then when we would go to a customer, and then we come back, we jump out, and it goes and parks itself in a garage, a basement garage.
Oh Jesus, John.
Nice.
Dude, I will tell you like what the biggest game changer is, and it's not the like Blue Cruise where you go hands free, although it's pretty nice, and I'm half tempted to pay for it and just not tell Frankie that I did it.
I
But
went to sleep on you. Sorry.
no, you're good. But the adaptive cruise control, I use it fucking everywhere. I use
Oh,
it
yeah.
in
That's the
town.
best. That's the
Like
best.
you can use it in stop and go traffic. It is like you put the adaptive cruise control on like at like 80, and then you're in stop and go traffic in the middle of downtown Denver, and it's just like it stops and then goes when you're supposed to go. You can relax a little bit. You're not in as much of a hurry, right? Like when you're the one controlling the pedal, you're like, fuck you, you're not getting over. But when somebody else is doing it, you're like, whatever. Like I definitely feel much less stress using adaptive cruise control. I know I'm not speeding. I know I'm going with the flow of traffic. And
Yep.
dude, it for those of you that have adaptive cruise control in your car, like fucking A. Like I didn't know all this technology exists until I bought the Tremor.
Mm.
You could speed with adaptive.
Yeah, you can. But you're going with the flow of traffic ish, unless nobody's in front of you.
It depends on what your speed's set at, right?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
no,
as
you
long
can
as
go
there's somebody in
60 to
front of you,
100,
you're not
Oh,
going
yeah,
fast.
then you're gonna go as fast as they're going.
Yeah,
You're
but
right.
if they're going 80 and a 50, you're going 80 and a 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm going down, you're going down.
And I know BMW has had that forever, Mr. BMW. Durrell.
Honestly, they don't. Like, to shit you, like, funny thing, right? When I was selling BMWs for a while, like, the package for that was like $2,700. It was like almost $3,000. And I'm like, oh god, that shit sucks. Like, who wants to do this? Like, everybody that buys a BMW wants to drive. They don't want that shit. My most recent car has it. First time I used it, I was like, oh shit, this is amazing. I can just keep going up the hill. I don't gotta do nothing. So long story short, like $3,000 for the package, I think, still is a bit excessive. But
Yeah.
I love the feature. Because mine, like under 40 miles an hour, it's like complete hands-free. Then anything over 40, I just got to keep like 2 fingers or 2 pressure points basically on a steering wheel, and it would do.
So I think Ford like measures the tension of you holding the steering wheel when it's trying to make adjustments.
Oh yeah, that's too smart for me.
That's like it's the lane adjust, right? Which is super fucking annoying. So if I have the lane, like keep your lane shit, it's constantly like it's almost so annoying. I don't even want to fucking bother. It's like, you know, every 15 seconds, it's like hand on the steering wheel, and I'm like, dude, we're on a straight fucking road. Like, what do you want me to do? And I go like this, and
mine does that too. But like I said, I can keep like 2 fingers or like a finger and a thigh or a knee, you know what I mean? Like, as long as there's 2 points on the steering wheel, it won't do anything. But under 40, like I can just sit there and BS and talk or whatever. But it has like a radar, not a radar, freaking, I don't know, a little thing inside the car that monitors my eyes. So even at 40, if it's complete hands-free, I got to be looking straight through the windshield.
Yeah, you can't start looking at the mountains and being like, oh, look at that. It starts beeping at you.
Yeah, it has like a little, I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah. It detects the eyes if you're not paying attention, basically. It is it's a cool feature.
I'll say, like, when I found Blue Cruise and I'm like going hands-free, you still have to look ahead, but you're like, you know, picking your nails and you're like, it's pretty remarkable how like it is less fatiguing driving.
Yeah, the semi-tipsy days driving home. Not gonna say.
Yeah, it's when I drive to Denver, you know, it's an hour at least, right? Hour and 15 minutes. And so the Blue Cruise is kind of nice and it's almost worth it. I didn't, once the, you know, trial was over, I didn't do it because it's $500 a year or $50 a month. I'm like, I'm not paying, like, think about it. That's $50 a fucking month.
Cruise?
Yeah, to do the like full hands free, it's $500 a year on Ford.
Okay. But you have active cruise anyway.
Yeah. No, for adaptive cruise, that's part of it. That's just there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only if you go like full hands free.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if I do the lane keeping, I can do the lane keeping where you still keep hands on it and it'll still steer. It's almost the same thing. It just nags you all the time to make sure you're still holding the steering wheel.
mhm.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. I'm half tempted to do it, but man, $500 just seems like a fucking lot for that shit. I feel like I've been driving without hands free for 32 years. I don't know that I need full hands free to do it. It seems like a lot for $500.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
But the adaptive cruise, like at first it irritated me because I'd be like in the right lane and I had the maximum gap set. You know how you like hit the button and like you decide how long. So I had the maximum gap set and like everybody's flying by me on the left lane and I'm like, fuck, it like slowed me down when it started to send somebody in front of me. It didn't say like, hey, you might want to get over.
Yeah.
And so like you get over and then it like pulls around and you're like, okay, that's better. But yeah, it's so many times. But I feel like that's less stress. When you use adaptive cruise, it's just less stress, right? Like if somebody's going to get over, they're going to get over. I just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Definitely the semi-drunk days of driving home from like whiskey tastings and stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
Handy. I say semi, like I'm under the limit, guys. Just
Yeah,
that's Z-Man I hear cracking a beer.
Man.
Little Miller.
Z-Man doesn't even like Miller Lite. He just drinks it for TikTok.
Hey,
Fucking $20 for 30 packs. It's delicious.
Miller Lights for hydration, Mike. What are you talking about?
Yes, sir. Yeah. It makes it good with this fucking garbage.
You don't like that?
I love this shit.
Oh.
which one's
You like Elijah Craig toasted? I thought I was the only one.
Oh, toasted.
No, I like this shit.
I like toasted, man. S'mores all day.
I used to pay $75 for that shit, and I'm playing it for $55 out here. So
Price is dropping. That doesn't happen often.
yeah, it's at a fucking drugstore. No shit.
So I think next week, and I'm not 100% on that, but I think next week, Anthony wants to do kind of a round table on just kind of the status of whiskey. So he's going to invite like Cheech and those. So I may not go live next week. I got to talk to him and see when he wants to do it and stuff like that. But he just wants to talk about just kind of what the Junkies did in their video this year where they were sitting, or this week where they were sitting
Who
by
the fuck are the Junkies?
They're just a small channel that most people have never heard of. Like not like Livewire, which is got over 100 subscribers.
No, you're not, dude. You're at 867 now.
I am.
Congrats.
That means I lost like 20.
You need to stop.
Yeah, but it is interesting just to see like, Brown Foreman and all the changes they're fucking making now. Like, holy shit. It boggles my mind that they didn't plan ahead. I feel like a lot, but do you know Brown Foreman is like a $4+ billion company?
$1 billion.
Yeah, $4 billion.
How do you get to be that?
Dude, it's crazy. Like that's a big company, man. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, well, no shit. I mean, that means you're stealing money from fucking whiskey drinkers.
I'm not sure that that's what it means.
No, that's what it means. Quit stealing
But I do
from us
think
whiskey drinkers.
I personally think that distilleries got a little bit overexcited about the whiskey boom that happened over the last few years. And now that it's flattening, Brown Foreman their sales dropped 2% last year, I think is what I saw.
Which is what, like 1 million?
Yeah, it's down 7% across the market.
Yeah, it was like 7% total. I think their total revenue was down 2%. That's not to say the number of bottles or barrels dropped. I don't know what that number is, but you start to see that like it's not just flat. We talk about flat, but it's not just flat.
It's declining.
Yeah, it's declining at this point. So they've got to make some changes. I do think overall it's good for those that appreciate the juice in the bottles. I
Yeah.
don't think what's happening is good for those that flip bottles. That's just my feeling.
Good.
That's good.
Agreed, Amy Boehm. Agreed.
I just hope, a lot of these bottles will be back on the shelf readily available again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, stock is down over 60%. But like I feel like this is a problem they created. This is just I was telling Anthony about this when he was talking to me yesterday, but I feel like this is a little bit of a problem they created when they had all these barrels, and instead of aging them, they're like, let's just do a bunch of picks. You know what I mean? Like every store and every city and every state like had picks that 4 years ago they wouldn't even have had access to.
But everybody wanted to be a part of it, though.
Yep.
Shane, is
And
this the one you
so
made the
yeah,
song
exactly.
about?
And so they did it, and cheers, and all had a long session with Anthony. Oh, were you just on with Anthony? Yeah, he's probably still going in the background.
He might be.
So I just think that like from a bourbon perspective, I'm not talking Scotch because I don't know how Scotch was doing a lot of this stuff.
Scotch is down. Irish is down. They're all down.
Yeah, but I feel like bourbon and rye were definitely something that we like did so much of it. You know, so
This
many of those
happened-
barrels that weren't what they
This
could
happened
have
to
been.
Scotch in the 80s and distilleries closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm worried is going to happen again. Because as I said on Anthony's stream, whiskey is a very paradoxical thing. The market booms. Everyone wants to ramp up to meet that demand, and everyone meets that demand at the same time, and then you have a glut, and the market busts, and that's how you get what happens in 1983 when all of these gas distilleries got either mothballed or shut down because all of a sudden they had a huge supply and nowhere near the demand to meet it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you lose distilleries like Port Ellen.
Yeah,
they got mothballed and shut down.
Oh, I mean, even Ardbeg was shut down for a while.
Ardbeg.
Yeah, and yeah, 100%. Yeah, Irish has been hell bent on pricing Americans out. Yeah, you're not right. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, Irish is getting pretty wild.
Like, dude, Blue Spot, prime example.
Stupid.
Well,
You can still get it for $85 over in Ireland, by the way.
Yeah,
I
dude,
would
I
say-
saw it at Costco for over 300.
Yeah,
Costco.
$85 in Ireland.
I was gonna say the whole thing with Irish is you have to look at the craft distillers. IDL has gone off their nut with their pricing, and it seems like it's kind of coming back down again because they realize that they got enough pushback and sales wise. They went, okay, maybe we may have turned those screws a little too hard. Whoops. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I also think like those. I also think there's also tequila has made a huge dent in what people were doing for whiskey. I think there's a lot of people that used to be, you know, rum tried to get there. There just wasn't as many distilleries that offered like, for lack of a better word, like Captain Morgan, you know, rum. Like there just wasn't enough of it. But tequila is like kind of the new whiskey boom, right? Like you go and you look, if you were to go on YouTube and look at tequila reviews, it's like Whiskey Tube was 5 years ago, right? It's starting to ramp up, you know, it's ramping up pretty hard, it's spiking, and it's kind of taking the place as kind of that like gentleman's liquor
Yeah.
in some situations, even though we all know tequila sucks compared to whiskey, for the record.
Yep.
I got to take off. I got to get up.
Fuck you, Shane.
Yep.
Cheers, Shane.
Love you guys.
Yeah, Shane.
Glad we're hanging out a little bit.
Hey, Shane,
Yes.
it's time to wash that bra, bro.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Oh,
call
man.
Hey, I can't Call of Duty this week, bro. I can't Call of Duty this week.
That's some bullshit.
I'm gonna be in Austin. I might try to see if I can find Great Shot this weekend, but apparently the weather's gonna suck in Austin. So
Well,
I'm in
I hope
Austin Tuesday,
gonna get
Wednesday,
power.
Thursday. So.
you're at least going to look, right? You're going to look.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if I can get together with Great Shot. Mark's a good dude. I want to at least meet up with him if I can.
100%. 100%. All right. Well, hey, you guys have a great week, and miss you all like crazy. Love to get on here.
For the record, I know it's not a bra. It's just a man's ear. You're good.
Man,
Hey, it's called a bro, but whatever.
Bro. God, Seinfeld was so far ahead of its time. I don't even get it. All right. See you, Shane. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm going to shut down here. I'm going to shut in 20 minutes anyway, Shane. You might as well hang out.
But I got to go pee.
Oh.
to go
Dude, don't
fucking
you have like
people.
a big backyard?
Come on, man.
From where he's sitting,
Yeah, but
it's
he
10
only
feet.
end up on the sex offenders registry.
Like literally you can go pee in the bushes by walking around that door behind you.
He doesn't even have to go to bushes. There's a bathroom 10 feet from him.
Thank you,
Oh
Ernie.
yeah, actually
It is. It's right here, but I got to go out and around, and then by the time I get back, you'll be done. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, who
that's
designed
with
that?
the hog you're trying to drain.
that's right. I got to like uncoil the whole thing, and I got to coil it all back up. It just takes forever.
From the
Zeke
pictures
knows
that
what
Mike
you're
sent me,
talking
Kate
about.
does have a big backyard. So
That's right.
I don't want to know what picture you guys are exchanging.
We'll talk to you later.
See you, Shane.
Okay.
All right, Jim, I never heard what your favorite whiskey that you bought last year was.
Ooh.
What was your favorite
Here?
bottle that you bought last year?
Hmm.
Like this doesn't have to be bottle of the year. This is, and it doesn't have to be super stressful.
You know, honestly,
Just like,
I didn't buy a ton last year, but of all the bottles I picked up last year, I think the one that I've enjoyed the most was the last one I bought. And it's this Benromic. Now,
oh,
this is just, your standard 10-year-old Benromic, but this bottle's 14 years old. I
dang.
found it at the local store sitting on the shelf. They wanted $60 for it. I never had Benromic before, and I'm like, okay, you know what? My interest is piqued just because this has been sitting on the shelf for so damn long. And it's really good for a 10-year-old.
Is that a scotch?
Yeah,
Uh,
Highland Scotch. Or no,
Right.
Speyside, which is Highland because every Speyside is a Highland, not every Highland is a Speyside, yada, yada.
yeah.
What are you looking forward to this year, Jim?
That's a good question. I don't know.
To be naked
Besides
in the
your new
rain.
Tinder profile.
Tinder, Grinder, it's
Hey, watch it, pal.
Hey,
Smart ass.
yeah. You watch
I
what you
gotta-
watch.
I gotta send you a video from it. You know who Andrew Zimmern is, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
the former alcoholic, now food critic.
He has his own little podcast called Go Fork Yourself. It's a food podcast. And somebody asked him what he thought of Grinders, the East Coast sandwich.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Great sandwich.
well, are you talking the sandwich or the app? Because they both can involve eating at some.
Ironically, he's gay. So yeah,
No, he's not.
yeah, Zimmer. Yeah, he's gay. 100% he's gay.
Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew Zimmer. He's
Oh,
gay.
yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't
I mean,
keep
yeah,
up.
dude, I'm not judging. I just know for a fact he is. He's come out of the
You know-
closet.
You know what I find funny about that guy, Andrew Zimmern? He fucking eats all that crazy shit, but he won't eat a walnut.
He hates walnuts and he won't eat oatmeal.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck, guy?
Dude, oatmeal's legit. I like oatmeal.
I like oatmeal and walnuts, but some of that shit he puts in his mouth, no.
Apparently he's got a texture thing with oatmeal. I'm like, well, some of the shit you're eating,
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I'm not judging Mark Emenecker. My son is gay. I'm not judging him. I just know for a fact he is. He came out of the closet. Like he publicly announced that he is. Like I'm not like judging him like I'm making it up.
I mean, I wouldn't mind living there, but what else is there to do if you live in Minnesota? So
Exactly, Mark. Are you looking forward to anything this year, Darrell?
The Jack 14.
Dude, I like Jack.
Yeah.
Just saying in general. I don't like Old Number 7, but everything else they make is legit.
That I'm kind of curious with the knob. Like, what is it?
The cast strength picks, that is going to be interesting.
Yeah, the cash.
If some of those hit 130, those are going to be really. Some of those hit 130 proof. They're going to be really good.
Knob
What
Creek at
about
130?
the?
Yeah, they're going cast strength, not 120.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're
Oh.
talking Knob Creek. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what about
Oh.
the Knob Creeks that are going true cask
Yeah.
strength instead of just
Yep.
120?
Wow.
Oh.
That'd be really
I
good.
forgot about that. That's pretty interesting.
I mean, are they going to stay in the same price, about $60, or are they going to go up?
I would.
No, as soon as you could do that, it has to go up because you're
Yeah.
not getting as many bottles out of it. So they've got to raise the
Go up a
price.
little bit at least.
It's maybe like
I mean, nobody's flipping
Yeah,
out
there you
over
go,
that
Josh.
TTB, the Weller 18-week whiskey.
Josh said he's looking forward to
Yeah.
MSRP on bourbon.
Hey,
Good
well,
luck.
if I find it in Virginia, it is MSRP.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just looking to find more bottles on the shelf and not behind the counter. Right now.
Mhm.
I feel like those ones that we really want to find are still going to be hard to get, but the kind of what I said earlier, the Eagle Rares are going to be more available, right? Like,
I mean, are you going to be able to go to a store and not have a Russell's pick sold out in 45 minutes?
And no
yes,
shit.
like I'm seeing Russell's picks sitting on the shelf now.
I mean, Four Roses picks are gone in a half hour here.
Dude,
So hopefully
Roses
those will
at
be more
Daveco
available.
lasted. The Four Roses pick at Daveco lasted 2 weeks. Oops,
Mm.
2 weeks. Like I mean, to me, it's crazy how, like, it's just not what it was. Now you're not seeing as many Four Roses picks. I'm not anyway. But when they do release picks, it's like I've got, and I guess it makes sense, right? Because I've got like 6 or 7, 8 Four Roses picks, right? So am I as eager to make sure I get every single one that comes out? It's not as big of a deal. And I think that's what's happening across the board is you're seeing picks sit because it's not as rare. I just saw a Russell's pick that had been there for over a month at one of the bigger companies, bigger stores here in Northern Colorado. I was like, why is that still here? Like, that's a Russell's pick.
Jim, those Knob Creek, they're going to be cast strength, whatever the barrel is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the Knob Creek barrel strength. I do think I do hope at some point they bring back the 12-year cask strength because those were fucking awesome. The 12-year cask strength were so good.
You got to be thinking they're going to start sitting on some stocks at some point here.
Yeah, you would think so. How did I become Buffalo Trace, man? What the fuck, man?
You did that. I didn't. It might have been Shane.
I did not fucking do that. You did.
It might have been Shane. Shane has admin.
Oh, did he?
You want me to fix it? I don't know if I
Did you
don't
call
even know.
Shane Diddy?
Leave it.
Z-Man, did you just call Shane Diddy?
Shane, hey, Shane is the original P. Diddy.
Oh my god! I saw the funniest fucking short today on Instagram or on TikTok, and it was oh shit! What was it? It was God! It was an Ellen show where kids were battling cancer, and they said, and it was like you thought things couldn't get any worse, and it was like they had successfully beat it, and then they're like, Diddy, show up. And like Diddy walks out and they're like, oh my God, like things just got worse because it was Diddy.
P. Diddy's in a frying prison.
I don't know. I feel like
he's
you'd be
gonna
hearing more real shit if it was really
he's
getting
gonna-
bad. I
he's-
think
He's going to be the Jeffrey Dahmer. Let him out in general population.
Oh, yeah.
Gone.
Did anybody see
Yeah,
the
but he
news
gotta
that the
get his
fires
skin
in LA
popped
were
first.
burning the evidence?
Let me go get a bottle of Buffalo Trace. I'm out.
Hey, Mike, did you see the memes that the houses burning in LA, that they were just burning the evidence?
Oh, huh.
Yeah, they were burning Diddy's evidence.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe that's what started the whole thing. That's what they're saying.
Being sarcastic, but yeah.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Darrell, how's your daughter doing?
She's doing well. Can't complain on this end.
Yeah, she's in remission, right? Like things are.
Yeah, man. Since what, May 17th? Yeah.
Dang, what a blessing, dude. That's so awesome, man. I know it's like, it's kind of there and you're always like double checking it, but God, that's so cool that she gets to be a kid
Like
again.
a month or so for us. But yeah, we've been good, man. For now, we just obviously fingers crossed that it stays that way, but you never know. But stay optimistic and hope for the best. And
Well, I told you, and I don't know really the difference, right? But I told you my cousin's wife has had a form of leukemia. I don't know what it is for 40 years and still going strong, right? I mean, like been in remission for most of that, right? Like I don't mean like she struggled every day, but yeah, still going strong, great life, happy. Like that's all we can really ask for in general, regardless of that health situation. So that's super good news.
no, definitely.
And
Here's a
she
big
looks nothing like this. So it's just a bonus.
That's
Just a
a bonus
bonus.
for everyone.
She's funny though.
Thank God for that.
I think Philadelphia needs to win the Super Bowl for her.
That
That was a fun game to watch today.
That would be awesome. We'll see. I think it's
Both of those-
Philly Buffalo in the Super Bowl.
My only thing is Buffalo's got to get by the officials next week.
No, there's so much talk about that. It's not that crazy.
I mean, if this was hockey, Mahomes would be in the box for diving. I just put that.
Dude, did you hear
Oh,
that
yeah.
game? There was a game this year where Mahomes was recorded saying, "Warn me when they're getting close to me so I don't get hurt." Did you hear that video? Like you could hear that, like you saw the
You know
video
how
where
much
he's talking
AI
to the
stuff is
official.
out right now. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Like he's talking to the official, like, "Warn me." Like, what are you talking about? Like, why would I warn you?
That's AI. There's no way that's him doing it.
You think that's not? It could be AI. You could be right.
Dude,
That's the trippy.
I can have a whole conversation with like freaking George Washington right now with like the AI capabilities. Like
True.
there's no way.
Like it is crazy. Did you hear about that like teacher that some God, what was it? It was the principal that they made some like sexist or racist AI generated thing of him saying it. Or maybe it was the athletic director from a school. And it was like literally it took the FBI weeks to figure out that it was a fake. That like somebody had generated
the principal.
Yeah, the principal. They had generated the principal saying this like racist or sexist or whatever it was comment about one of the sports athletes because they didn't like the decision he made about that athlete. Like those.
Would anybody-
Like that.
Go ahead.
No, sorry, go, John.
I was going to say, would anybody like to see a video of Todd when Andrews dropped that 2-point conversion at the end of the game?
When what?
I'm
When
just
Andrews
saying.
dropped the 2-point conversion at the end of the game for Baltimore, that could have tied it.
Oh, freaking!
Did he just drop it? Like it was just a drop? He
was
dropped a
falling
pass
into the
earlier.
zone, he dropped it. It was a 2-point that could have tied the game.
Yeah,
He had like kind of a pathetic drop earlier in the game too.
He had a fumble earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have caught that though. That was tough.
I
just
will
didn't
say
believe
that
that
like,
Barkley had
weather is
those
an
runs in the
equalizer.
Florida.
Conditions play into it, right? Like it's
Yeah.
it's tough.
But look at the 2 long runs that Barkley had in the snow.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
not.
But
catching
runs
the
are more
ball.
common.
You know what I mean? A run's a lot easier than catching a ball in a snow.
I know,
It's like,
but Andrews literally had it right in his stomach and he dropped it. I have no idea.
he did.
Dude, what did Barkley had like what 200 yards rushing today?
205.
Yep.
205. God, the guy's freaking ridiculous. Like I just like some of the
He's It was a badass when it was with fucking the Giants, and how the Eagles picked him up just astonishes me.
Oh, we'll just keep playing that clip of Hard Knocks when they say we'll pay the quarterback instead of the running back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So they paid Daniel Jones and they ended up cutting him anyway.
But look at like what he did when he had a good team around him, right? Like part of a good running game is making sure that they respect a passing game also. You know what I mean?
But
Like you can't just
don't-
abandon defending a
don't-
pass.
Don't you think the fucking Eagles deserve a fucking Super Bowl instead of the fucking Kansas City Chiefs?
What are you talking about? They got one with what's his
Eagles
name?
just got one a couple years ago.
Yeah, they got one with what's his name? That was the backup. That was like
Nick Foles. The Philly
Foles.
special.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
They
Nick
beat the
Foles won
Patriots.
it.
They beat Brady.
that.
Thanks for the reminder.
Well,
You should have beat freaking Mahomes too. Shit.
Oh,
let's
come
see him
on.
get- Let's see him get another
Should've,
one.
man. That was
as a Browns fan, you can't cheer for Denver.
Well, I got
Baltimore.
ripped because like, oh, you're a Packer fan. You should be rooting for the Lions or the Vikings. I'm like, no, fuck them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're not exactly going to root for the Packers if we go. So
How did fucking Detroit lose?
they
Yeah,
choked.
that was-
they got outplayed.
They
Turnover.
just choked.
Yeah.
Bless.
I will say the coach for
Okay.
Detroit makes some weird fucking decisions sometimes.
Yeah, I would say so.
The fact that the Bears could have had Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels, and they decided not to.
All right, gents, I gotta call it a night. I got a early day.
Yeah, we're about to
bro.
shut it down. See you, Darrell. Appreciate you, man.
Have a good night.
Cheers.
Thanks
guys.
for hanging out, Darrell. I haven't talked to you in a while.
I know it's been a bit. So I wanted to hop on and hang for a little bit, but
Yeah, appreciate
it's
you, man.
almost midnight, and I'm like, shit.
It's almost midnight, and I just saw your son sitting there.
Yeah, it was 45 minutes ago. It was 11:15.
Oh, that was? Fuck, that was a long time.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Cheers,
man.
Darrell.
See you, dude.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they did for sure, Josh. They shit the bed.
Shit the
Good
bed.
chance, Warren.
Jared Goff was the old Jared Goff.
So I was talking to somebody this last week in Cleveland. We were talking about football from Cleveland. And I was like, you have to hate the Broncos because all those Elway Super Bowls started with Denver beating Cleveland in like some fucked up fashion. Like either the drive. Do you remember the drive, Z-Man?
Yes.
The drive,
I-
or
I-
Ernest Biner fumbling on like the 5-yard line when Cleveland was about to put the game away.
I'm a Dolphins fan, and I watched Marino go for too many drives and was never in the Super Bowl. God bless.
Honestly, I look at Marino a lot like Phillip Rivers, other than Marino obviously was better because he was passing for all those yards and records before passing was that important in the league like it is
And
now.
he was not doing it on purpose. He was just
Yeah. Like
moving the ball,
Marino
moving the
did
ball.
that shit when it wasn't a passing league, right? Like it was it was still a balanced league. But like there's something about any athlete or any competitor that wins when it matters, right? That doesn't like choke. Choke's not the right word because I don't think it's necessarily choking. I think it's just making the bad decision at the wrong time, right? Like Brady
You
was
can-
not.
You can say choke.
Yeah,
Because
like
if they lose, they lose. I mean, it is
Brady
what it
was
is.
not like the best passer of all time. He wasn't the greatest athlete of all time. He wasn't, but he never put his team in a position to lose and always stepped up when it mattered and made everybody around him better. And that's what I've always said about like Phillip Rivers, that he never had the ability, like he never had that ability to make the play when it mattered at the most important time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Do you think that Brady will go down as the GOAT?
I think you have to, and I'm not a huge Brady fan,
I am not
But I-
either, because he was
but I
in the
do
same
have to
division with
say, like
Dolphins.
like Brady and Manning, when it came to Brady, obviously won more, right? And that part of that was he was never the highest paid quarterback,
Right.
right? He always left money for weapons around him, for the defense. He always left money on the table, knowing that he's making his money elsewhere. Like it wasn't just about what he makes as a salary from the team, and that winning was so important. But I mean, it's hard to argue with the number of Super Bowls that Brady won. Not
The
just
fact
went
that
to,
he
but
left and
won.
went and won another one somewhere else.
And then he left Belichick and won another one.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Belichick went to shit without him. Now,
Well,
granted,
he
I
was shit
do
before
think
Brady too, though. But
right, but I do think like the league changes. Like so, you know, I mean, how long was Belichick? He was like there at 20 years. You know what I mean? Like the league changes. Like it's not the same as it was when they were winning all those Super Bowls. Everything changed. And so it's hard to say that because a quarterback changes with the league. The coaches don't change as much. Look at Mike Shanahan, won 2 Super Bowls, and then the league kept evolving beyond him. He had a lot of
Right.
coaches that would come up with new things like McVay, but he didn't. And so I do think as a coach, it's hard to evolve with the league, but I do think that it's hard to not call Brady the GOAT when he's won, what, 6 Super Bowls, 7 Super Bowls?
Who's
Yeah,
your
it's
team,
just
Mike?
What's that?
Who's your team, Mike?
Broncos.
Okay. Yeah, Elway, the Marino, those battles, they were epic. They were fucking epic.
Yeah, and I think like I look at Elway very similarly to how I look at some of the great quarterbacks, only because not because statistically he was the best, although he had a lot of really good statistics in an era that wasn't passing, right? Like Elway carried his team to the Super Bowl when he lost. Jim Kelly, very similar. It was Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas, but it became
Yeah.
very evident Elway couldn't win a Super Bowl until he had Terrell Davis,
yeah, and he had to beat
Yeah.
the Packers too.
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
I
mean, the
loved
Packers.
Elway until then, but after that, no, fuck that.
Did you know like the Packers were like a 13-point favorite in that
Yes.
fucking Super Bowl? Absolutely insane. Anyway, I think like Elway was one of those types of quarterbacks that made everybody around him better, right? Like in the end, if you didn't have the talent, you didn't win the Super Bowl. And I think that's what happened in the 5 Super Bowl losses that Elway had.
But I mean,
he had,
Terrell Davis and Shannon Sharp helps you immensely.
yeah, as soon as he had Terrell Davis and Shannon Sharp, that's when they won the Super Bowl with Elway.
So when Kurt Warner came to Arizona, he was like a PlayStation quarterback. You could look at the field, you could see who you could throw it to, and those guys, they drop back, throw, drop back, throw, drop back, throw. And they were successful in everything they fucking did. And it's hard to get quarterbacks like that anymore.
I don't know how many times the Packers lost to St. Louis in the playoffs, but I freaking hate it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
St. Louis.
Marshall.
God, remember that?
Well, there was Marshall
Great show on
Falk.
turf.
It was Marshall Falk, and who were the 2 wideouts?
Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt.
There you go.
And Marvin
Greatest
Harrison-
show on turf.
No, that was the Colts.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to no, Elway. So Elway sold his dealerships, although I think he still has a couple, but he sold his dealerships to Wayne Huizenga, who was like the founder of Blockbuster Video.
Oh, really?
He's still in the Dolphins too, way back when.
Yeah. And so Wayne gave him like $85 million for all of his dealerships. It was pretty crazy.
Didn't Huizenga own Waste Management too?
He owned Waste Management. He owned ADT. Like he owned a lot. Yeah. Smart guy. Like, dude, I don't know how these people make that kind of money. Like that's fuck you money. I don't know what they do, but like maybe they didn't buy Kindle Scribes. We'll see. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna shut down the streams. Anybody that wants to jump in and hang in the back, you're more than welcome. The link will be active for a little while. Thank you guys for being here. I'll send something out Saturday or Sunday to let you know if we're going live. I think Anthony wants to go live to just talk about the status of the whiskey industry. So he's gonna have Cheech and bourbon and the likes of those people that know way more than I do
Bourbon.
on his stream. But I'm not sure if that's next week or the week after. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Everybody that's on stream, thank you guys for supporting. We will see you guys next week or the week after.
Right on, brother.
Cheers.
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 Cheers.